Just about set to go with high school football tonight from the Back Mountain area. The Dallas High School's Mountaineer Stadium is the unbeaten Mountaineers of Dallas go against the once beaten Bulldogs of Berwick. Captain's about to meet at the center of the field. The officiating crew for tonight's game, Chuck Supon is the referee. The umpire is Joe Tomaselli. The linesman is Mike Monahan. The line judge is Bill Monahan. John Basic is the field judge. And Chuck Hannon is the side judge.
You know, for those who haven't been up to Dallas, it's a beautiful campus that we have. The high school is directly behind us. We're in the press box overlooking the field. Of course, the Berwick fans to the right. Their stands go up high, about 15 high, from about the 25 to the 25. Here on the home side, from goal line to goal line, and even higher than that. A big D and a Mountaineer logo on the artificial surface in the middle. Wonderful coloring with the Columbia blue or North Carolina blue along the sidelines, and a lot of grass around as well. So it's a beautiful setting for football and basically a perfect night. That wind has died down, Jim. I think the players aren't going to mind the cold nearly as much as the fans will. But, perfect conditions for a game of this magnitude.
It will be interesting to see how Sean Sheptock can go tonight. It's one of those all-hands-on-deck games. But if the ankle's bothering him, it's, could be a detriment. But they feel he's good enough to go both on offense and defense. Again, he won't do the punting, and that's a drawback because he's been a terrific punter this season. But the difference is a little ginger still on the ankle that is his plant foot, and that makes punting problematic, whereas he can hopefully play well on offense and defense. Dallas won the toss, and they've elected to take the ball, which is interesting.
Go. Well, they want to express their dominance on the ground right from the get-go. I talked with Sean Sheptock during the warm-ups. Jim, while they're doing their cows, I don't feel I'm bothering them. I said, where are you? About 99%, because I knew he wasn't going to punt. He said, yeah, no problem, ready to go. I don't think it's going to bother him offensively or defensively, at least in his mind at that point. He's full go. Just doesn't want to have to spring off that plant foot and possibly aggravate the high ankle sprain.
So we'll get a look at the highest scoring team in the Wyoming Valley Conference, certainly one of the highest scoring teams in the state. Dallas 46.3 a game. They'll be moving from our left to our right as we view things here in the opening half. As R.J. Wren is deep along with Ben Fife. And Eric Montez, who's done a terrific job kicking off for Berwick this season, will tee it up for the Bulldogs.
I don't know if they're back far enough, Jim. They look to be around the 10-yard line. He's been kicking it closer to the 5 and even the goal here on the left side. Going to kick from the middle of the field, and I think his foot is going to send these return people back a little bit.
So Montez tees it up. Great matchup here tonight. Dallas unbeaten. Berwick 7-1. Again, both teams hoping for the number 1 seed in the upcoming District 2 Quad A playoffs. Montez has the whistle from the officiating crew, and this one is underway. His kick comes up short at the 15-yard line, fielded by Wren, and Wren gets out to the 30, maybe the 35-yard line. That's where Dallas will put the ball in play, 1st and 10 against a Berwick defense that lines up at the ends with Eric Montez and Mason Lawbaugh, the tackles, Sully Slabinski and Ethan Hughes. Inside linebackers, Mike Zalutko and Dallas Schechterly. Outside, Ryan Lawbaugh and Blaine Cleaver. The secondary, Sean Sheptock, Tegan Wilk, and Preston Robbins. 34-yard line is the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. Offset I behind quarterback Michael Starbuck. Kelly is the tailback. He gets the call, tries the right side, and Lenny Kelly will get to the line of scrimmage and no more, as making the play is Dallas Schechterly from his linebacker position.
Blaine Cleaver came up from the outside linebacker here on the left and forced it in. Dallas Schechterly scraping down the line, shoots up the hole and stops that at the line of scrimmage. So we wondered how the run would go against a D on the first play. Success for Berwick. 2nd
down and 10, and now Kelly goes to a slot position on the left. Delgado outside of him. Starbuck out of the gun. Second down call comes. Muser gets the call. Danny Muser straight ahead will get a couple, but not much more. Maybe to the 36-yard line. Schecterle, Slabinski, Mason Lawbaugh getting off the pile for the Bulldogs. They mark it at the 37, so they give him 3. Here's a third down and 7, Dallas.
Yeah, linebacker play also stepping up, putting the shoulder in. Mike Zalutko got a good solid hit, but so many people around the ball. That's a positive. Normally a passing down when you get to 3rd and 7.
I formation, though, behind Starbuck. Kelly at the tail of the tandem. Wide receiver to either side. Starbuck back to throw. Sheptock on a blitz. The pass is overthrown. Sean Sheptock coming on the corner blitz. Put the wood to Michael Starbuck. The pass sailed over the intended receiver. Good defensive series by Berwick to start. Punt team on for Dallas.
Type of look that can mess you up. The corner doesn't normally come. He came untouched. And Starbuck just had to get rid of it very, very quickly. Ryan Lawbaugh had coverage in the back.
Tegan Wilk. And Blake Maurer back. A bad snap. Burgess able to get it away. Line drive kick fielded by Wilk at the 35-yard line to the 40, to the 45, over midfield, and down to the Dallas 45-yard line. So bad snap. Burgess did a good job getting the kick away, but it was a low-line drive, returnable. And Wilk did a nice job of that. Berwick will have great field position against a Dallas defense that lines up with Sander Shaner and Taylor Balesta at the ends. Andrew Moliteris, Josh Bolero at the tackles. Lenny Kelly, inside linebackers, outside Danny Muser and Dylan Schuster. The corners, Jacob Esposito and R.J. Wren. The safeties, Matt Moransky and Luke Delgadio.
Berwick probably should have been able to block that, but you worry about roughing, even though you're given a lot more latitude when they fumble the punt.
From the Dallas 49, Lawbaugh out of the gun. Gives to a man coming around, a gain to about the 46-yard line as Tegan Wilk got the call. So the first down call will gain about 3, closer to 4 for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 6.
They opened the game with Tegan Wilk from Wildcat last week. This time they bring him with the jet sweep action, and he'll get a good 4 yards on that.
Tegan Wilk now wide to the right side. Blake Maurer wide left. Sheptock in a slot to the left. Lawbaugh again out of the gun. Has the snap. He wants to throw. He fires over the middle. He has his man, Blaine Cleaver, first down to the Dallas 34-yard line.
Very nice. He looked off to the wide receiver, then back inside to the tight end on the same side. Danny Muser had coverage, but he was behind the very tall tight end, Blaine Cleaver, and a good pitch and catch for Berwick there.
11 yards on the reception. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Mountaineer 34-yard line. Slot to the left, wide receiver right. Lawbaugh has the snap go through his arms, goes back to get it, and he's brought down for a huge loss back at the 49-yard line.
Jacob Esposito is coming from the left side. He saw the fumble, widened himself, saw he wasn't going to get to the ball, so targeted himself on Lawbaugh, the quarterback, and spun him to the ground. Huge loss, as you mentioned, Jim, after successful offensive plays by Berwick. That one's going to lose, about 14.
13 to be exact, to the 47-yard line. A big game like this can turn on mistakes. The first big mistake of the game, the Bulldogs of Berwick. 2nd and long. Lawbaugh, empty backfield, back to throw. Big pass rush, steps up into it. He's going to run for what he can. Gets inside the 40, down about the 38-yard line. He'll pick up about 9 on the play.
Yes, he will. He saw that things weren't there very quickly as the pass rush came hard on him. Again, this defense is very, very strong. Josh Bolera is a 290-pounder at left tackle. He seemed to free himself coming hard, forced Lawbaugh to step up. Lawbaugh made nice positive yardage on it.
Berwick with a 3rd down and 14 at the Dallas 38-yard line. Tegan Wilk wide left, slot to the right. Lawbaugh out of the gun. Sheptock comes in motion to the left and flags down on the play.
I'm not sure where the flag was. I think Berwick offsides is what we're going to see. Berwick came in motion, and I believe the man turned upfield a little bit soon. If you do that before the snap, it's going to be an illegal procedure, so Berwick's situation gets even longer. And
again, another mistake on the part of the Bulldogs on this series that started so promisingly. They had a first down at the Dallas 34. Now a 3rd down and 19 back at the 43.
Also had a series of scripted plays that would have been positive, but now you have to work the down and distance after that long loss.
Tegan Wilk wide to the right side. 3rd and long. Ball back to throw. Steps up into it. Fires long downfield to Wilk, and he is stripped of the football down around the 13-yard line. Ball well thrown, and a good hit on Tegan Wilk just as the ball got there.
Luke Delgadio was playing him and played him very well. The ball was in the air a while. Wilk looked open by himself. But as the ball goes up and then comes down, Delgadio leaves his double safety position, travels over to the sideline, and plays it very, very well. Strong defense.
Delgadio and Matt Moransky are deep, anticipating the punt from Eric Montez. Montez standing back at the Berwick 43-yard line. Jake Lanning does the long snapping for the Bulldogs.
Berwick short a player. They're going to run someone in.
So Montez trying to pin the Mountaineers in. Good snap by Lanning. Kick is away. Very, very high. Nice kick inside the 10. It'll be fielded down there by Delgadio. Looking for room. Gets it to the outside. The 20. The 25. And hit hard at the sideline near the 30-yard line. So a terrific punt by Montez, but a good return. And Dallas will get it for the second time in this opening quarter, which has 7:26 to go. No score.
Fielded on the 5-yard line, and my feeling is let that go. Let it bounce on into the end zone. Take the touchback. But he proved me wrong. Confidence in his abilities as he plants, breaks to the left, eludes the first line of defenders, and turns it up the sideline before Tegan Wilk can take him out of bounds.
Slot to the right side. Offset eye behind the quarterback, Michael Starbuck. Lenny Kelly is the tailback. He gets the call. Looks for some running room. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe got back to the line, and that's it. Berwick with great pursuit to the ball.
Yes, they do. Mike Salutko seeing it again. Scraping as a linebacker, sees the hole that opens, penetrates through that hole, and meets the man at the line of scrimmage. Stout defense.
So Kelly coming off a 275-yard effort against Valley View. First 2 carries, gain no yards. 2nd down and 10. Dallas at their own 33. Mountaineers move from our left to our right. Kelly now in a slot to the right side. Starbuck awaits the shotgun snap. Play action. Fires home middle. Picked up by Tegan Wilk at the 42. Down the far sideline, the 30. The 25. The 20 is one man to beat, and he gets it for the touchdown. Tegan Wilk with the interception. A 42-yard return. His 3rd interception for a touchdown this season.
Exciting. He took himself in position, went from his free safety, and bent himself over toward the right side. Not real deep. Intercepted the ball on its way to the receiver. Went high, took it, and then immediately down the sideline on the Berwick side. He got one little block and avoided a clip, and then he had one man to beat. He just churned him around and took it in standing.
Brendan Hinkle, a sophomore, is 38 for 41 on the season at extra points. Will attempt it out of the hold of Tegan Wilk. Landing snap is low. Wilk gets it down, and the kick is blocked. Low snap was a problem for Berwick. They don't convert the extra point. 6:36 to go in the opening quarter. Berwick 6, Dallas nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Northeast Pennsylvania, it's your home. And no matter what stage of life you find yourself in, what you rely on most is security. When that house becomes a home, the moment you get that new car, when your dreams become a reality, it's times like this when you have to look to the experts for advice and financial peace of mind. They're there with innovative products and services to help you with your financial future every step of the way. Together, they will help dreams and goals become reality. They are more than a bank. They're your neighbor. They are First Keystone Community Bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Berwick senior safety Tegan Wilk with the 24th career interception. Returns at 42 yards for a touchdown. Extra point was blocked by Dallas's Matt Moransky. It's a 6-0 Berwick lead. 6:36 to go in this opening quarter.
Beautiful play. Outstanding athleticism to be able to make it. He reads things so well. Read the eyes of the quarterback, sensed the ball going to his right, drifted into that area, went high, and then his running after the catch is always stellar.
Fife and R.J. Wren are deep for Dallas.
At the 15.
The kick sails off to the left, headed toward the out of bounds. It does go out of bounds at the 25, so Dallas will take the penalty and take over in good field position. They trail the Bulldogs by a score of 6-0.
Montez, a kicker by need. You're required to have one. He's the best that Berwick can put together, and he gives it his best effort. But you can see that it's not his craft. He takes a 6-yard approach to the ball on kickoffs. Most people would be taking 10, 12, even 15. They're going to have Berwick re-kick this, which I don't know if was the best idea. It was a relatively short kick. You'd add the penalty to that. I'd have taken that field position. But they had a fine return on the punt. We'll see how they do here.
Fife and Wren are deep. Berwick will be punting from their 35-yard line. And again, Bulldogs with their share of mistakes here in the opening quarter. But they do lead 6-0 on the brilliance of Keegan Wilk. Bulldogs had been so good prior to that extra point. Problem with the snap, though, and that led to the good play by Moransky. So, Montez set to kick it off again. Dallas is 2 deep men at the 20. And this kick sails over the head of Wren, who backs up to the 10-yard line. To the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and out to the 35-yard line. So that's where Dallas will put it in play with 6:29 to go in this opening quarter, and Berwick leading by a score of 6-0.
Preston Robbins getting down there to trip him up, trying to see the difference if they had taken it out of bounds and 5 yards. Probably about the same field position they have now.
Well, keep an eye on Mike Salutko. He got up from that pile limping noticeably, and he's still limping noticeably as he sets up at his linebacker position from the 35-yard line. Kelly is the tailback in the I formation. Lenny Kelly gets the call off the left side, hit, fumbles the football. Berwick's on it inside the 40-yard line. Eric Montez comes up with the ball.
They ran at the linebacker area off the left side where Schecterly was playing, and they had a double team on him, but Berwick players came in from the side, hit him. I don't know if the helmet got to the football, but it squirted out quickly as the momentum took him forward. Eric Montez on the backside sees it, angles himself toward the football, and makes an easy recovery.
So the Bulldogs take over at the Dallas 39-yard line with 6:23 to go in this opening quarter. And Berwick with an opportunity to add to a 6-0 lead.
Interception for a touchdown, and now a fumble, giving up good field position. Berwick needs to capitalize.
Aiden Mason is the running back to the left of Ryan Lawbaugh. And Lawbaugh fakes to Mason, keeps the football, and is brought down after a gain of about 3 to the 36-yard line.
Jack Farrell coming on in and making the play there. But a nice read by the zone read as Ryan Lawbaugh is able to give him a nice fake. He was slowed down a little bit from behind. One of the linemen reached out, grabbed him, and sort of hooked him by the hips. Otherwise, he would have had even more yardage.
2nd down and 7, Berwick, near the Dallas 36-yard line. Blake Maurer wide to the left, slot to the right. Lawbaugh out of the gun. Gives the ball to Aiden Mason. First carry for Mason, trying to get outside right. Does so and gets to about the 32, maybe the 31-yard line. And a flag down well after the play.
Berwick with a late block after the whistle, so that's going to negate a nice run of about 6 yards. Blaine Cleaver from tight end really took his man out of the play, opened the C-gap wonderfully for Aiden Mason. But then a man standing around the pile gets hit after the whistle, and that's going to move it back from there.
When we talked about mistakes and the factor they could be in a game, Berwick has already made quite a few in this opening quarter, even though they lead 6-0.
And that should be the play, the loss of down, and the march off from there.
So that is a huge penalty. They now have it back at the 47-yard line of Dallas, 3rd down and long. And Lawbaugh throws to the far side. He has his man Blaine Cleaver. He's knocked out of bounds in front of the Berwick bench at the 39-yard line. They pick up 8 on the play. 4th down and 10, the punt team on.
Yeah, second time they've targeted Blaine Cleaver. He caught an 11-yarder. Jacob Esposito that time on him as the wide man.
But again, that's 2 trips in the Dallas territory where Berwick cost themselves with mistakes. as Montez back to do the punting, standing back at the Bulldog 48-yard line. Good snap by Lanning. Kick is away. Be fielded by Delgadio. Gets by one man, and Berwick keeps coming. And he is stacked up at about the 13-yard line.
Dallas Schechterly was the first man down. With all that momentum, the kick returner sidestepped him. He grabbed the hold, spun him, and slowed him down for the rest of the pack to get down there and make the play. So Berwick with pretty good coverage on that.
The line of scrimmage will be the Dallas 14-yard line. That's where the Mountaineers take over with 5:10 to go in this opening quarter. And Berwick leading this one by a score of 6-0.
We mentioned the key to the game is Berwick stopping the power running of Dallas. So far they've been effective. Lenny Kelly, 2 carries, no yards. Danny Muser has a 3-yard pop, no other runs.
Offset eye. Kelly deep in the backfield. Fumbled on his last carry. Gets it again off the left side. This time he's got a little bit of room, and he's run out of bounds over the 20, near the 25-yard line.
Give them credit. Dallas can block. They're able to open the C gap on the left side. Eric Montez got pushed in. The outside backer got pushed out. They blocked it very well, opened that gap for him, and before they could run him down out of bounds, Montez in pursuit. He has a nice gain. Might have someone injured over on the far sideline, Jim.
They mark it at the 21. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Berwick Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Choose with confidence. The Medicine Shop.
At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, located at the corner of 9th and Pine Streets in Berwick, caring goes beyond the prescriptions. Discover the one-on-one customer service and dedication that makes caring part of the culture at the Medicine Shop in Berwick. Stock up on everything you need to keep you and your family healthy all year long. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, located on the corner of 9th and Pine Streets in Berwick, where caring goes beyond the prescriptions.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Following the injury timeout, Dallas with the football at their own 21-yard line. A significant injury. It was to Berwick's outstanding defensive end, Eric Montez. 2nd and 3 now for Dallas, and a flag down the play.
Quarterback barked the signals and bobbed his head. I'm not sure which way they're going to call it. They're going to call it against Dallas. They're going to compensate by Berwick for the loss of Montez. I think it's going to be temporarily, moving Mason Laubaugh out to end, bringing one of their other strong defensive tackles into play.
Well, it looks like Laubaugh was, of course, at defensive end, but it looks like they're moving Anthony Cisco, to that defensive end position. 2nd down and 8, Dallas from their 16. Kelly the call off the left side and nothing doing. Brought down right about the line of scrimmage.
I think it's a look go again, filling. It was a trapping play. He might have been able to read the guard coming across and said, hey, this is where the play is coming. I'm filling. And he met that nicely in the backfield.
3rd down and 8, Dallas. Big call. Back at their own 16-yard line with 4:37 to go in this opening quarter.
It's a team that likes to pass in unpredictable situations with play action. Play action's not going to fool many people now. And a guy like Tegan Wilk, who had an interception return for a touchdown a little bit earlier, he feeds off these opportunities.
Starbuck under center eye formation behind him. He's back to throw, and he fires far to in front of the Berwick bench on the far side. The pass a little bit beyond the intended receiver, Luke Delgadio. Preston Robbins on the coverage. So the Bulldogs get a stop, and the punt team on for Dallas.
Yeah, Tegan Wilk cheated to the other side of the field. So Preston Robbins had the big receiver one-on-one and played him well. Left-handed quarterback tried to throw it over the top, but couldn't get it there.
We see Eric Montez jogging on the Berwick sideline. So we would expect to see him back in there. Burgess back to punt for Dallas, standing back at the Mountaineer 1-yard line. Low snap, but he gets it off, and a short punt. It will bounce in Dallas territory and then take a Mountaineer roll and will roll dead at the Berwick 47-yard line. But again, the Bulldogs, for the 3rd time in this opening quarter, terrific field position to start a possession. They lead 6-0, but that's on an interception return by Tegan Wilk. 4:02 remaining this opening quarter.
And the offensive plays have been relatively successful. The very first two were starting to drive, but then the penalty forces you into awkward calls. The play that had the penalty for big yards that set them back in the last series was a very successful offensive 7-yard gain by Aiden Mason. So they've been having offensive success. It's the penalties that have hurt.
Slot to the right, slot to the left. Ryan Lawball out of the gun. 1st and 10 from the 47. Lawball fakes to Mason, keeps the football, gets a good surge from the left side of the offensive line. He's over midfield to the Dallas 48-yard line.
Nice surge by the left side, but also Noah Craig, the right guard, folding behind the center to lead it over the left side. Lawball enjoys running that zone read, and he'll pick up a generous 4 yards on that.
2nd down and 6. Berwick in Dallas territory for the 3rd time in this opening quarter. Sean Sheptock wide to the right side. Blaine Cleaver will be in a slot to that side. There's also a slot to the left. 2nd and 6. Ryan Lawball fakes handoff again. Keeps the football. Has running room. The 1st down inside the 40 and down to the 35-yard line. Again, Lawball faking the handoff. And good gain to the 35. That's a 14-yard pickup and a 1st down.
He put a shifty move on about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. A man came up and seemed to have him lined up. Somehow a little head fake to the right, one quick little sidestep to the left, and he was able to send that man sprawling, and the secondary had to finish him off much later in the play.
14 yards on the carry, 1st and 10. Berwick at the Dallas 35-yard line. Slot to the right side. Wilk out of the Wildcat. Fakes handoff, keeps the football, tries the right side, and not much doing. Right about the line of scrimmage where he's brought down by Xander Shaner, a 6'2", 220-pound senior.
I like the idea. You've had Ryan Lawball run the ball, get a little bit winded, cut him a little break, put Wilk in for the Wildcat, especially if you want to run from that position again.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. They've had the best of time of possession in this opening quarter, which has 2:24 to go. Blaine Cleaver is lined up as the tight end to the right. After a shift, it's an empty backfield. Slot to either side. Lawball has the snap. It's a high snap, and he pulls it in. He gets the pass away, and a diving catch by Wilk. They'll gain just a couple to the 33-yard line and bring up 3rd down and 8.
He struggled with the high snap, but he was rolling to the right and was going to throw to Wilk anyway. Had to hurry himself after worrying about the snap, and he got it a little bit behind Wilk. Wilk pretty much had to go into a slide to make the catch from the position he was in, and that's going to go with just about a 2-yard gain.
3rd down and 8. Berwick at the Dallas 33-yard line. Tegan Wilk wide to the left. Blake Bauer in a slot just to his right. Lawball back to throw, looking, fires to the sideline, has his man Blake Bauer, gets a block from Tegan Wilk, down the sideline to 20, the 15, the 10, and no, they're saying he's out of bounds around the 20-yard line.
Boy, I thought he had a great move. I don't know how he got that open, Jim, but somehow he's here on the Dallas sideline by himself when they toss him the ball. Runs, and when he has to put a move on, there's a little shake to the left and a step before cutting back in, and it looks like he was able to separate himself. But that little step went out of bounds at the 20-yard line, as you said.
Blake Bauer, 13 yards on the reception, his 6th pass catch of the season. 1st and 10, Berwick at the Dallas 20-yard line. Aiden Mason to the right of Lawball. Bauer in motion. Takes the handoff, tries to sweep the right side, looking for some blocking, can't get it. Turns, keeps the play alive, and gets inside the 20, down around the 17-yard line. Dallas indicating they have the football. We'll wait for the officiating crew. It is a Dallas recovery. So another mistake by Berwick in Dallas territory.
And Blake Bauer tried to do too much. He should have just turned on the jets and taken it all the way to the right, to the sideline. He would have had a 10-yard gain. Instead, he stalled there as Moransky played with him. Forced him back in, twisted him, came back to make the tackle. And as he then dances trying to backtrack, the ball gets popped out. And as you mentioned, a lot of mistakes, but from Berwick's point of view, they're fortunate that Dallas has made just as many mistakes.
Mountaineers with the ball thrown, 17-yard line. 1:08 to go in the opening quarter. Berwick leads 6-0. I formation behind Starbuck. gives the ball to Kelly. Kelly's got running room. Over the 25, out to the 30, out to the 34-yard line.
Mason Lawbaugh eventually running him down, but that time a little misdirection, a little cross-blocking, gives him room on the inside. Mason Lawbaugh has to turn, plant, and go backwards to get him after that nice run.
17 yards in the carry by senior Lenny Kelly, the leading rusher in the Wyoming Valley Conference at Dallas, with a first down at their own 34-yard line. Kelly again, the tailback in the eye. Back to throw off play action is Starbuck, and he's looking long downfield. The pass hangs up there, and it's batted down incomplete. Sean Sheptock had the good positioning on Luke Delgadio and had the best crack at it.
Yeah, Delgadio actually had to turn into a defender and swat it away from Sean Sheptock, who would have been able to make the interception down around his knees. So, looking at play action after the run that fatigues Lenny Kelly a little bit, I like the call. But Berwick not biting on the fake. Strong in the secondary. Michael Starbuck has yet to complete a pass.
And again, Berwick playing a defensive series without Eric Montez. That is a significant injury. 2nd and 10. Dallas from the 34-yard line. Slap to the right side. Give to Kelly. Kelly tries the right, looking for room. He's swarmed down after a very short gain on the play. Berwick getting helmets to the football. Dallas Schechterly there. Mason Lawbaugh there.
Tegan Wilk actually was the first one there, playing it like a linebacker. Again, he's freed up. He can read down and distance. He knows this team's tendencies. He'll know they'll want to run. And when they jammed the one hole, jammed another, and the last one was opening, Tegan Wilk is filling it to keep that run from being successful.
And that is the end of the first quarter play with the score. Berwick 6, Dallas nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
It's Alexander Family Buick GMC's end of summer clearance sale. Great summer sales have left us overstocked with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles. One owner, local trades, off-lease cars and trucks, all reduced to sell. Get a 2017 Cadillac XT5 for only $28,988 and an 18 Chrysler Pacifica only $23,988 or an 18 Buick Encore for just $16,988. Check us out online or stop and shop in Bloomsburg for the lowest price guaranteed. Alexander Family Buick GMC. We're taking deals the other guys won't.
Berwick Bulldog football.
NHL Sports tonight. In the second, Danville and Selinsgrove is scoreless in the second. In the second, Mount Carmel leads Bloomsburg 7-0. For HLM Sports, I'm Raven Klein.
Berwick Bulldog football. HLM.
6-0 is the Bulldog lead. The difference, a 42-yard interception return of a touchdown by Tegan Wilk. But Berwick missing out on opportunities. They had a first down at the Dallas 34. They had a ball at the Dallas 36 on another possession. They had the ball at the Dallas 20 on another possession. 3 chances to score. None resulted in Berwick points. They still lead, though, as we start the second quarter, 6-0.
And they're still without Eric Montez, Jim, who was injured on the previous series. He tried to join the huddle during the sideline conference there, but he was sort of escorted on back to the sideline. He's fine. He has his helmet on. He seems to be walking well. I think they just want to give him a little bit more of a rest, see what the defense here can do without Eric Montez in there.
Dallas will be moving from our right to our left as we view things here in the second quarter. And they face a 3rd down and 8. Offset eye behind the quarterback, Michael Starbuck. Delgadio is wide to the left side. Starbuck, play action, back to throw. Looking long down the far side, a man wide open at Buser. Down the 30, the 25, and inside the Berwick 20-yard line. Off the play action on 3rd down and 8. The bomb by Starbuck to Danny Muser.
Not sure how they got him out. Maybe out of the backfield on a wheel route, Jim. You'd need to check the film. The corner wasn't with him. He came up and bit perhaps on a more shallow route. And then Muser, by surprise, down that sideline, most likely on a wheel route, gets open, and eventually the free safety, Tegan Wilk, drags him down.
46 yards on the reception to Danny Muser. And Dallas at the Berwick 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Starbuck gives the ball to Kelly, tries the left side, looking for running room, turns the corner at the 15. inside the 10, bumped out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
He showed surprising speed, Jim. That's what it was. He was taking it on sort of a spread sweep. Turn it up where he sees it. Looked to turn it up after the guard, after the tackle, after the end. Kept going east-west, but moving it north a little bit each time. Surprising speed. Berwick lost their angles, and you can see why he's a superior running back.
15 yards on the carry. So 2 big chunk plays by the Mountaineers. They have a first and goal at the Berwick 3-yard line, trailing 6-0. I formation. Kelly the call. Up the middle. Lenny Kelly looking for the end zone, and he's going to come up just short.
Berwick had a chance for a man to square up on him, but instead he took him with the shoulder, and he allowed that momentum from 5-6 yards deep to carry it into a positive run.
Remember, Berwick had the ball at the Dallas 20-yard line, coughed it up on a fumble. And Dallas on this possession, 1 yard away from the tie and maybe the lead. Quarterback keeper Starbuck straight ahead is in for the touchdown. Michael Starbuck in from 1 yard out.
He enjoys the sneaks. He has a big, strong offensive line. His 6th touchdown of the year rushing. So they get that drive that they need to get themselves back in the game, and now they want their kicker, Ryan Fisher, to give them the point for the go-ahead.
This was the setup for Fisher the last time the teams met. They kicked a 24-yard field goal to beat the Bulldogs in overtime in that semifinal a year ago. Not nearly as much win now as Moransky will hold. Left-footed kicker Fisher boots it through. And Dallas has the lead. 10:41 to go, opening half. Dallas 7, Berwick 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Welsh's Towing and Repair proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs and wishes them a successful year. Welsh's Towing and Repair has a long tradition of helping. You can call Welsh's 24/7 at 759-9737 if you are in need of a tow, jumpstart, tire change, are locked out, or to request them on scene if you're in an accident. Welsh's accepts all major insurance and motor clubs, and they offer all types of preventive maintenance and state inspections for cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Welsh's Towing and Repair, South Mercer Street in Berwick, and at their South Center Storage Facility, Columbia Boulevard in Berwick.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football.
WHLM Bloomsburg, WBWX Berwick.
HLM.
Quite a drive by the Mountaineers of Dallas. 7 plays, 83 yards. A big play, a 46-yard bomb from Michael Starbuck to Danny Muser. Starbuck in from 1 yard out. Ryan Fisher with the extra point. 7-6 Dallas. 10:41 remaining here in the opening half. As Fisher's kick will go to Wilk at the 5-yard line. To the 10, to the 15, and he gets out of a jam over the 25 and finally brought down at the 28-yard line. Good return by Tegan Wilk. And Berwick will put the ball in play, trailing for the first time in this game, 7-6.
Matt Moransky getting down, staying in his lane, is able to finally wrap him up, but he dances through very small spaces to maximize that kick return run. Berwick needs to play without the mistakes, Jim. They've been their own worst enemy. You know, Dallas is good enough. You don't need to help them any and handicap yourself.
Tegan Wilk lines up as the tailback in the eye. Aiden Mason ahead of him from the 28-yard line. Bulldogs moving from our left to our right in the second quarter. Ryan Lawbaugh under center. Straight drop back to throw. Dumps a pass off to Blake Maurer, looking for some running room. Not much there. He gets out to the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. Ben Fife makes the stop for the Mountaineers.
Almost looked like they audibled that. They saw there was a big cushion on Blake Maurer. Tried to toss him the ball and hope he could do something in open field. But Fife played it well. He'll stretch that, though, for about 3 or 4.
Second down and 7. Berwick at their 31. Maurer in a slot left. Sean Sheptock outside of him. Again, Wilk is the tailback in the eye. Call goes, and no, it's a keeper by Lawbaugh. And Lawbaugh has the first down and then some to the 41-yard line. Stuck it in the belly of Aiden Mason, pulled it away, and got the first down.
Yes, he did. Very nice fake. We've mentioned Berwick has shown a little bit of option. That had that look. Dive by the fullback off the left, and a wonderful fake as the quarterback takes it one man further out. I don't even know if there was a pitch man in there, but Lawbaugh wasn't looking for it. He saw open field.
10 yards on the carry by Ryan Lawbaugh. 1st and 10, Berwick at the 41. Dallas showing blitz. The call goes to Wilk, and he's tripped up right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, looked like he tried to plant an arm, caught him, and down he went. Blitz was coming from the defensive left side. He was running the opposite side and just about got by it. I don't think the blitz had anything to do with him going down.
2nd down and 10, Berwick, just short of their own 42-yard line.
You want to get Wilk his touches. He can make magic happen on a football field, but so far on the 3 runs, just 5 yards.
Lawbaugh out of the gun. Has a protector to either side of him. Has the snap, but he's back to throw, and he has time, and he fires to the sideline. A nice grab right at the first down sticks. Over the shoulder catch by Blaine Cleaver, and they do get a first down in Dallas territory. Terrific catch by Cleaver.
3rd catch of the game. He had to get his hands up over his head, the elbows up over the head, and you often lose visibility. And then being hit while he makes the catch near the sidelines. You're right, Jim. That was a tough one.
11 yards on the reception by tight end Blaine Cleaver. 1st and 10, Berwick at the Dallas 48-yard line.
Seems part of the game plan is to involve Blaine Cleaver in the passing game. Take some pressure off the runners.
He's wide to the right now as play action, and Lawbaugh throws, and there was no one there at the 35-yard line.
Blake Kamauer on the outside was heading toward the sideline. No one heading down that seam, so I don't know if he read it wrong or somebody broke wrong, but he threw to an open area.
Clock stops with 8:15 remaining in this opening half. And Berwick at the Dallas 48-yard line facing 2nd down and 10.
And they've been moving the ball. The offensive plays have been working. Just self-destruct on occasion.
Lawbaugh has the shotgun snap, back to throw. Rolling left, he's in trouble. Fires it away, incomplete. Dallas wants intentional grounding. Officials are going to talk about it, and there it is.
No one really in the area. He's throwing to the left flat. He's rolling to his left. He has to get rid of it or suffer a 10-yard loss on the sack. He has no receiver in the area. Different rules in high school from the pros. He was comfortably outside of that tackle and outside of that zone. That's not the rules in high school. You have to throw toward a receiver. Nobody there. That'll be penalty yardage and loss of down.
So it will be 3rd and 20. Another Berwick mistake in this game. And unless they get a miracle here on 3rd and 20, that will be 4 trips into Dallas territory by the offense and nothing to show on the scoreboard.
Dallas has been pressuring very well with their front 4 on pass plays.
Ball out of the gun. Back to throw. Looking long downfield. No one there. Diving attempt and an interception by Fife at the 27-yard line. Berwick can actually live with that.
Yeah.
Their punter, Sheptog, is not punting tonight because of a tender ankle. Their backup punter, Eric Montez, is out with an injury. So it was a spectacular diving interception by Fife, but Berwick will take that. Dallas takes over at their 27-yard line with 8:03 to go in the half, and Dallas leading Berwick 7-6.
Yeah, the fans do applaud the effort, and you always applaud a turnover, but when you do think of field position, had he dropped that or allowed it to fall incomplete, the putt would not have netted as much.
And Eric Montez is back in there at his defensive end position. And the give straight ahead and nothing doing on the running play.
And Eric Montez right on top of the pile. Mason Lawbaugh coming up from the bottom, Dallas Schechterly, as Berwick is really playing that run well.
Danny Muser had the carry for 1 yard to the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, and a short yard at that as Berwick is stuffing things on the inside.
Michael Starbuck trots to the sideline after every play, gets the play call from head coach Rich Manella. 2nd down and 9. Mountaineers from their 28. Fife comes in motion. Hand off to him. Jet sweep will go nowhere. He's brought down for a loss back at the 25-yard line.
Cisco turns it in. Zlutko just steamrolls over him. Was there a fumble?
There was, and Berwick is on the football. Woo!
It was really played well. They read the jet sweep. Didn't have speed, didn't have any pizzazz. It never got out of the backfield. Cisco is going to turn the man in, and then when that runner kind of stops to look where to go, Zlutko really just does steamroll him. He mustn't have held on to the football. And another turnover by Dallas.
Berwick at the Dallas 25-yard line. 5th time Berwick's been in Dallas territory in this opening half, but the offense has not delivered. They trail 7-6 as Laubaugh fakes handoff, keeps the football, gets what he can, close to 4, near the 21-yard line.
Showing option to the right. I don't think there was an option in that. I think he was going to fake it inside to the fullback with the veer, and then he himself designed to run. Little hand fake out to make them play that pitch man, which is effective. A nice long 4 yards.
2nd down and 6. Berwick at the Dallas 21-yard line. Bulldogs trailing 7-6. 6:40 to go here in the second. Slot to the left side. Blaine Cleaver's the tight end on the left. Laubaugh out of the gun with Aiden Mason to his right. Has the snap. Fires a quick out. Has Sean Sheptock a diving catch down at the 13-yard line for a Berwick first down.
A slant end stop from the far right side. Got about 7 yards downfield. Planted. Looked back to Laubaugh. Made a short catch down on his knees on the low pass.
They give 9 yards to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Berwick looking to regain the lead here in the second quarter.
7 completes in 9 attempts for Ryan Laubaugh.
Sheptock wide to the left. Blake Bauer in the slot to that side. Now the I formation. And another mistake by Berwick.
4 men jumped off sides, and it's strange to see that many people go. Laubaugh looked like he wanted to adjust the play in some way. And apparently it was going to be on the next sound, and sometimes the defense even barks a signal, and that sound may have been what pulled 4 Berwick players off.
Well, a bad time for a bad penalty, and Berwick now 1st and 15, backed up to the Dallas 17-yard line.
Well, you might look at it as 4-down territory, but a field goal would be big, too, after missing the extra point.
Dallas Schechterly checks in as a tight end to the left side. Ryan Laubaugh out of the gun. And we will have a timeout called by the Bulldogs. 5:39 to go, opening half. Dallas 7, Berwick 6. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Sports Radio HLM.
Riverview Block of Berwick, with over 75 years of service, can handle all your block and concrete needs. They carry all sizes of concrete block, including decorative EP Henry landscaping block. Their concrete is PennDOT approved and delivered with front discharge trucks. Riverview Block also carries masonry supplies, tools, cement, sand, and stone. For prompt delivery, call Riverview Block, 570-752-7191. Riverview Block is proud to support the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Big moment in this opening half. Dallas leading Berwick 7-6. Bulldogs 1st and 15 at the Dallas 17-yard line. Berwick following their timeout after a shift. Schechterly, the tight end on the left. Aiden Mason to the right of Ryan Laubaugh, who waits the shotgun snap. He has it. Gives the ball to Mason off the left side. Has a little bit of running room. Aiden Mason gets down to about the 12-yard line. May have gotten the penalty yardage back.
He had a nice quarter in the C zone. They shifted tight ends from right to left. One is a tight end, one is a big wing. They're able to block and open up that gap nicely for Aiden Mason on that side. He'll get 5.
2nd down. They give him 4, actually. 2nd and 11 for Berwick at the 13-yard line. 4 receivers for Laubaugh. Empty backfield. Has the shotgun snap. Back to throw. Big pass rush. He's got to run with. He's got some room. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. And down around the 3-yard line. Very close to the first down yardage.
Yes, it is. At that point, he took a hit from R.J. Wren and also from Lenny Kelly. They kind of helicoptered him at about hip level. And he jumped up from that shot. Big run. That'll be just a yard or two short of the chains. I think it's 4 4 down territory now, Jim. Maybe 2 sneaks.
3rd and 2 Berwick at the Dallas 4-yard line. Bulldogs looking for the lead with 4.5 minutes to go in this opening half. There's the 2 big blocking backs to the right. Lawbaugh under center. Aiden Mason gets the call. He's tripped up from behind. Oh, what a good defensive play. Mason looked like he had a head of steam coming, but Jacob Esposito got him from behind, holds it to a yard gain, so it's 4th and 1. Maybe the biggest play of this opening half. Berwick at the Dallas 3-yard line.
I always like the quarterback sneak because the cadence gives you the advantage. See how they go.
4th down, Berwick. Lawbaugh under center. The blocking backs are to the right. Now they shift to the left. 4th down call. Lawbaugh gives the ball to Mason, trying to get outside left. He's hemmed in. He'll lose yardage back to the 5-yard line. Berwick elects to go outside with it, and Dallas strings it out, and the Bulldogs turn back once again.
Matt Moransky was the man who was able to fight his way through into the backfield. Aiden Mason had that shot that maybe physically you can stiff arm him and push him, but he went to push. He himself went back. Moransky stayed, grabbed on the arm, and eventually Lenny Kelly comes over to keep him short of the chains. Great defensive stop by Dallas on a play Berwick had to have.
So the Bulldogs still trail 7-6. 5 times the offense has been in Dallas territory. No points to show for it. Mountaineers take over at their 6 after a great defensive stand. Kelly gets the call off the right side. He's got some good yardage over the 11 out to the 12.
Yeah, he did. He got a nice surge that time. Ryan Lawbaugh coming up and Mason Lawbaugh as well. But he had a little seam open, and with his momentum, he turns little seams into nice gains. That one for 6 yards.
2nd down and 4. Dallas, they have their full complement of timeouts remaining. Clock running, 3:10 remaining in this opening half, and Dallas leading Berwick 7-6.
Berwick needs an impact play to get momentum back. That defensive stop for Dallas now gave them momentum.
Again, the I formation. The quarterback Starbuck gives to Kelly. This time, not much doing. Got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard.
Bladen Cleaver on that side that they're attacking comes up from the bottom of the pile. Looks like he's submarined and got in low. Berwick keeping things tight with their defense, not allowing for a lane for him to run. Nothing on that run.
This is a big play. 3rd and 4. Berwick can make a stand here. They would get good field position in all likelihood, and 2 timeouts remaining.
Normally you'd think a passing play, but with that running back, I don't rule it out.
Here's the call. Play action. Rolling right is Starbuck. He's in trouble. He'll be sacked. Batter on the 3-yard line. Mason Lawbaugh in from his defensive end position. A huge play for Berwick.
Yes, it was. It'll force the punt from the end zone. Lawbaugh out there at left defensive end. Gets penetration. He ignores the run fake, which is going to go in the other direction. Keeps coming toward the quarterback, who's then rolling in his direction after the play action fake, and he crumbles him up for a nice loss.
Burgess is back as deep as he can be for Dallas, awaiting the snaps. The snaps have been low. Mitch Burgess, the sophomore. This time the snap is right there. He gets the kick away, but it's very, very short. And on the high hop at the 35-yard line, Tegan Wilk carries it down inside the 25-yard line. So Berwick with another great opportunity. 1:29 to go in the half. 2 timeouts remaining, and they'll have it at the Dallas 22-yard line.
Got to capitalize with points, Jim. You know, you played a good defensive stand there after a demoralizing stand by Dallas. Now you have this great field position. You really got to make it happen.
Tegan Wilk played that very, very well.
He does.
A lot of people would let that one go, but he took it on the high hop. Nice return. And Berwick in business at the Dallas 22-yard line.
Ball's on the right hash, wide side to the left. Berwick has its receivers over there.
Tegan Wilk is the receiver to the right. He comes in motion to the left. Lawbaugh has the shotgun snap. He's back to throw. He's looking for Wilk. Instead, he fires the other way, and it's tipped and nearly picked off. He went for Blake Maurer at the 14-yard line.
They put people at every level. One going deep, Maurer in the middle, and Tegan Wilk lurking near the line of scrimmage like a safety valve. He looked to Wilk. That didn't really move the defense enough to open Maurer up. The throw was a little bit high, and there was still coverage on Maurer anyway.
With the 2 timeouts, Berwick can still run the football. 1:25 to go in the half. They have it at the Dallas 22-yard line.
If they run it, watch for the quarterback to run it.
Ryan Lawbaugh out of the gun. Wilk again in motion, right to left. Fake to Aiden Mason. Lawbaugh keeps it inside the 15 and down to the 12-yard line, close to a Berwick first down.
Yep. Zone read. Run Aiden Mason off to the left, put it in his belly and ride him in that direction, then pull it out and run to the right behind a convoy of blockers. Dallas had people chasing him, but not enough to be able to catch up to him on that.
10 yards on the carry by Ryan Lawbaugh. Referee Chuck Supon has stopped play. They're looking up at the scoreboard clock. It's a first down, Berwick at the Dallas 12-yard line. Bulldogs trailing 7-6. Supon now signals the press box for the time they want up there, and it's to Berwick's favor. They put a couple seconds on. Now begins to run. 1:13 to go in the half. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Dallas 12-yard line. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Lawbaugh has the snap. He's looking to the left. He fires to Blake Maurer. Maurer at the 10, avoids one tackler to the 5 and down near the 1-yard line. Nifty moves by Blake Maurer after the catch.
He did put on a good move, but eventually Dylan Schuster was able to twist him down at the 1. He caught it and bobbled it momentarily, then made the man miss. They've been targeting Blake Maurer an awful lot on this game. Normally he doesn't get targeted that often, just 5 catches on the season. That's his 3rd catch of this game.
Clock running, 45 seconds to go in the half. Berwick 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Lawbaugh will keep it himself, gets the push from behind and gets him for the touchdown. Berwick's offense finally breaks through, and the Bulldogs take the lead with 38 seconds to go in the half.
Once they got the nice punt return in hand, field position, a good series of plays. Lawbaugh running by design, gets a chunk of 10. Then he throws to Blake Maurer off the left side, who after a little juggle eludes a man and takes it on down to the 1. Quarterback sneak, in my mind, should be the automatic call, and they get it. They're going to take a timeout here to decide what to do on the PAT.
Yep, they'll probably go for 2 with that 12-7 lead. But again, we've been talking about the Berwick mistakes and their inability for the offense, but looking at Berwick's defensive performance in this opening half, I mean, were it not for that long completion to Muser, they'd probably have Dallas, a team that averages 46 points a game, shut out as it is. Dallas with just 7 points on the board, 38 seconds to go in the half.
They've held Lenny Kelly to 49 yards. It looks like about 11 carries, so that's a strong effort. He broke a couple chunk plays, but overall, on the individual plays, they seem to be reading him well and getting a lot of helmets to that football when Lenny Kelly's been carrying.
So let's see how the Bulldogs play it on a 2-point conversion try, leading 12-7.
Tight formation from the middle of the field.
Blocking backs are to the right. Lawbaugh under center. Play action, back to throw. Has a man open deep in the far end zone. The pass is incomplete. Looking for Blaine Cleaver. Didn't quite get it there. Just overthrown. Time out on the field. 38 seconds to go opening half. Berwick 12. Dallas 7. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Yannick Real Estate is your full-service real estate agency. Buying, selling, residential, commercial, multifamily, land, and rental management. Call Yannick Real Estate. Owner Mike Yannick, a veteran himself, served his country and has been serving this area for decades. Mike and his staff will guide you through the real estate process. Veterans, be sure to check the VA loan options. Yannick Real Estate, your full-service real estate agency. 1232 West Front Street in Berwick. Call 759-3300.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Berwick has regained the lead on a 1-yard keeper by quarterback Ryan Lawball, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. 12-7 is the Bulldog advantage. 38 seconds remaining in this opening half.
With that little time, I don't know if I'd kick this deep. These have been dangerous return men. I might want to top this one off and get it to bounce around the 30.
Fife and Wren are deep for Dallas. Montez with a kick, a low line drive kick, bounces at the 12, picked up at the 10-yard line by Ben Fife on the return. A nice return out over the 30 to the 34-yard line.
And a real nice tackle in the open field by Alejandro Lopez, Jim. Came up, man's going to run his lane, squared up on him, got him around the hips, and spun him to the ground.
Well, let's see how Dallas plays it. They have a timeout remaining. They have it at their own 34-yard line. 30 seconds to go. I don't think they'll do anything crazy here except call a timeout.
That's a little crazy.
30 seconds to go in the half. 12-7. Berwick, you're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Step of the way, First Columbia Bank. Any questions, ask them. Let's dream and make it happen. Time to feel the way a friend can make your day. For the big decisions, every step of the way. Your hometown bank, the first place to go. For your big time plans, together we'll grow. Every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Dallas with 2 timeouts remaining. They have the ball at their own 34-yard line. They trail Berwick 12-7, 30 seconds remaining in this opening half. Starbuck under center. Kelly is the tailback in the eye. Starbuck back to throw. And he looks long down the far side, and he has his man, Delgadio, and he's out of bounds at the Berwick 44-yard line. Starbuck to Delgadio. 22 yards on the reception. And Dallas in Berwick territory. They mark it at the 43, so give him 23 on the play. Still 24 seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts remaining for Dallas. As Starbuck goes to the sideline, gets the play from head coach Rich Manella. So Dallas not playing it cozy here late in the half. They're going for points. Kelly now is in a slot to the left. Starbuck has the snap, rolls to his left. The left-hander fires. He has Delgadio inside the 40 to the 35 and dances out of bounds, stopping the clock again near the 30-yard line. 18 seconds to go in the half. So Starbucks to Delgadio. 13 more. And it's a first down for Dallas at the Berwick 30-yard line. Again, 18 seconds to go. Dallas with 2 timeouts remaining. Remember, they have a very good place kicker in Ryan Fisher from the 30. Starbuck back to throw. Pump fake. Now he's looking long for Delgadio. This time there's good coverage down inside the 10-yard line. Ryan Lawball was there. Tegan Wilk as well. Clock stops. 14 seconds to go in the half. Second down and 10 Dallas at the Berwick 30. Again, Dallas undefeated coming into this game, averaging 46 points a game, just 7 on the board against this stout Berwick defense. But Dallas threatening here late in the half at the Berwick 30. Fife wide to the right. Delgadio wide left. I formation behind Starbuck. Starbuck, play action, back to throw. Big pass rush, incomplete. Got the pass away. But Mike Zalutko was all over the intended receiver, Danny Muser. And also a good pass rush by Anthony Sisko. Clock stop, 10 seconds remaining in the half. Third down and 10 Dallas. And again, they do have the timeouts left. They have to be careful of that clock if they're thinking field goal. This will be pretty long at this point. They need some yardage on this play. 10 seconds to go in the half. Farrell, the tight end on the left. Slot to the right side. From the Berwick 30. Starbuck has the snap. Play action, back to throw, has time. Now it breaks down, and he's going to be dragged down inbounds. Or did they get the timeout? They do with 2 seconds remaining. However, probably too long for a field goal against Anthony Cisco and Eric Montez, putting the heat on quarterback Michael Starbuck. So 2 seconds to go. He needed to get some yardage on that play to give him any chance at a field goal. Instead, it's a sack back at the 35-yard line. And with 2 seconds to go, you'll see Starbuck try to go to the end zone. That's the only option for Dallas here. 2 seconds remaining. The ball at the Berwick 35-yard line. I'm sure the Bulldogs will have a prevent defense coming up. And Starbuck will try to buy enough time to get it to the end zone. Again, Berwick does such a great job getting after the passer as they did on that last play with the sack. We'll see how they play it. Tegan Wilk way back at the 15-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, Muser to the right. Here we go, 2 seconds to go for the Berwick 35. Starbuck back to throw. Flag down the play. He's looking long into traffic. The ball is tipped and incomplete. We'll check the flag. If it's against Dallas, this half will come to an end.
Thrown by the line judge at the markers. Someone had a head start on the play. It was against Dallas. Jim, that will end the half.
A terrific half of football it was. Back and forth. Berwick leads at the break. Bulldogs 12, Dallas 7. You're listening to Berwick Football and Sports Radio HLM.
When you need the services of a professional law firm, you need the law offices of Lutz & Petty, now in their new offices at 120 West Front Street in Berwick. Lutz & Petty is your hometown choice for elder law and asset protection, criminal law, estate planning, real estate, and personal injury. The full-service legal team of Lutz & Petty takes this opportunity to wish the Berwick Bulldogs a successful and injury-free season. The law offices of Lutz & Petty in a new location at 120 West Front Street in downtown Berwick.
Rediscover an American icon with the all-new Lincoln lineup at Ken Pollock Lincoln. Whether you're looking for a luxury SUV like the all-new Lincoln Nautilus or a luxury sedan like the Lincoln Continental, you'll be sure to experience a new definition of customer care. And when it comes time for your service, you can trust your vehicles in good hands with our Lincoln certified technicians. Experience what true luxury means from NEPA's most trusted dealer at Ken Pollock Lincoln, 1120 West Front Street, Berwick, and online at kenpollocklincoln.com.
If you have a child that's interested in gymnastics, or if you've been practicing the sport for years, then Access Gymnastics Academy is where you want to be. Their dedicated coaches will teach you everything you need to know to perform your best, from the basics of flexibility, form, and style to advanced techniques that will improve your rhythm and style during a routine. Call Heidi Rebuck at Access Gymnastics Academy at 570-441-5969. That's 570-441-5969. Now enrolling for beginner to advanced classes at 917 East 7th Street in Bloomsburg.
Are you looking to meet an elder care need? Do you or a loved one need assistance with any of the instrumental or basic activities of daily living? Brookdale Senior Living has a solution. Brookdale Bloomsburg, located at 420 Schaefer Road, is a premium personal care home offering a family atmosphere along with round-the-clock nursing care. Call 570-387-6868 to learn more. Better yet, we invite you to drop in and meet the Brookdale family and learn how we can offer an optimum aging experience for you or a loved one.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Berwick High School marching band about to entertain here at Mountaineer Stadium. We're at halftime. Unbeaten Dallas trailing once beaten Berwick by a score of 12-7. Later in the half, Raven Klein will bring you update on other scores. We can pass a couple along your way now. Battle of unbeatens in Montoursville tonight. Southern Columbia leading Montoursville 28-0 at the half. And at the half, Wilkes-Barre area leading Williamsport 7-0. Wilkes-Barre area will be at Crespin Field next Friday night for the regular season finale. And if they can win that game, they will have a 6-3 record going into that game. Well, Berwick got on the board first with a Tegan Wilk interception. What else is new? 42-yard return on Dallas's second possession. The extra point attempt was blocked by Matt Moransky. Berwick had a 6-0 lead. That lead held up after one quarter play. But early in the second quarter, Michael Starbuck ended a 7-play, 83-yard drive with a 1-yard keeper. Big plays along the way. The biggest of the first half. Actually, a 46-yard bomb from Starbuck to Danny Muser. There was also a 15-yard run by Lenny Kelly. Ryan Fisher had the extra point. Dallas had the lead, 7-6. Berwick had a great opportunity to take that lead in the second quarter when they recovered. A Ben Fife fumble at the Dallas 25. Eventually, they had a 4th and goal at the 3, but a loss of 3 yards back to the 6-yard line. The Berwick defense, which was outstanding in that half, held Dallas, forced a short punt, which Keegan Wilk recovered to the 22-yard line, and 4 plays later, Ryan Lawbaugh in on a 1-yard keeper with 38 seconds to play in the half. Pass for the extra point failed. Berwick took a 12-7 lead. Dallas moved the ball to the Berwick 30, but time ran out on them in the opening half. A half that has come to an end with Berwick leading Dallas by a score of 12-7. Stay with us. Scores with Raven Klein and stats with Andy Lickney coming your way. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Prices are falling on all our vehicles during the fall sell-off event happening right now at Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's Ram Power Days, so let's talk Ram trucks. We have over 100 of them on site ready for you to drive home. And you can get 0% for 60 months plus no payments for 90 days on select 2019 Rams or lease one for just $159. Jeeps, you won't find a better selection anywhere else. Lease a 2019 Grand Cherokee Laredo or a 2019 Cherokee Limited for just $199. So don't shop the rest. Shop the best. Come see the Kaiser Boys and experience for yourself the best selection, the best prices, and the best service and parts around. Fairfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Route 405 in Muncie or Route 11 in Danville. Fairfield for the best deals.
Leases are for 24, 36, and 42 months. $34.99 due at signing. Offers on select vehicles only for qualified buyers. Only must finance through Chrysler Capital. Offers end October 31st. See dealer for complete details.
Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
Berwick Bulldog football.
In HLM Sports Tonight, at half, Selinsgrove leads Danville 7-6. At half, Mount Carmel leads Bloomsburg 28-0. At half, Lewisburg leads Central Columbia 14-7. At half, Southern Columbia leads Montoursville 28-0. At half, Columbia Montour Votech leads Bucktail area 12-0. At half, Wilkes-Barre area leads Williamsport 7-0. At half, Loyalsock leads Warrior Run 23-14. At half, Tamaqua leads Jim Thorpe 19-0. At half, Shamokin leads Shikellamy 14-7. At half, Pottsville leads Blue Mountain 27-0. At half, Old Forge leads Northwest 7-0. At half, Delaware Valley leads Wyoming Valley West 42-0. At half, Crestwood leads Pittston-area 14-7. At half, Valley View leads Scranton 7-0. And in the second, South Williamsport leads Milton 14-7. For HLM Sports, I'm Raven Klein.
Berwick Bulldog football. HLM.
Get going with Andy Lickney from Mountaineers Stadium in Dallas. Unbeaten Dallas against once beaten Berwick. Bulldogs lead at the break by a score of 12-7. We talked before the game about all the impressive statistical numbers for both these teams on the season. For the numbers on the first half of this head-to-head meeting, Andy Lickney.
That's very tight, Jim, in total offense, 139 yards for Berwick. That's 4 more than the 135 yards that Dallas has put up. We've seen a lot of good football. We've seen some sloppy football. Turnovers have been the story. Berwick with a fumble, Berwick with an interception, and Berwick plagued with some penalties that have been drive killers. Those mistakes have hurt Berwick. But Dallas has hurt themselves as well. 2 fumbles and an interception. The interception returned for the touchdown. So, some good, some bad. We'll see how it sorts out in the second half, and it might be the team that doesn't shoot itself in the foot and can maintain its drive should come out the winner, because right now it's pretty even in total offense. For Dallas, they have 53 yards on the ground, 82 in the air for the total of their 135. This is the Dallas team that's been posting 331 yards a game. 53 is nowhere near half of that here at halftime. Lenny Kelly, who's been averaging 176 a game, has been held to 49. He's hit a couple chunk plays, but Berwick's also done an awful lot of stopping him at the line of scrimmage, meeting him with a gang of tacklers. And they're playing very fine defense against this best running back here in the Wyoming Valley Conference. 10 carries for Kelly for 49 yards here at halftime. Danny Muser, who came into the game with 600 yards, fifth leading ball carrier in the conference. He's 2 carries for just 4 yards. Ben Fife tried an ill-advised jet sweep. Lost 2 yards on that and lost the football, setting Berwick up. So -2 and the fumble on that play that did not fool Berwick. And then the quarterback, Michael Starbuck, 3 carries in all. His first was a touchdown. That's followed by 2 sacks. And here at halftime, I have him with 3 for +2 yards. Add them all up, 53 yards for Dallas at halftime on 16 rushes. The lefty Michael Starbuck has passed 3 completes in 7 attempts. He has 82 yards here at halftime. He's thrown the 1 interception, which Tegan Wilk returned for a touchdown. His leading receiver, Luke Delgado, got a pass of 23 and another of 13. 2 for 36 here at halftime. And Danny Muser caught a big one, a 46-yarder. On his singular catch. So 3 catches for 82 yards, 53 on the ground, 135 for Dallas on 23 plays. Berwick's had 29 plays, so 5 more in the time of possession advantage, and they have 139 here at halftime. The split is pretty balanced, 72 on the ground, 67 in the air. On the ground, it's been the running of the quarterback, Ryan Lawbaugh. He's been impressive, 10 carries for 49 yards, exactly the same as Dallas's Lenny Kelly. So from the quarterback position, leading ball carrier for his team, Ryan Lawbaugh, 10 for 49. Tegan Wilkes had 3 touches from the backfield, 3 for 5 yards. Blake Maurer, a 7-yard run, but he fumbled that one away. And Aiden Mason I have with 3 carries for 11 yards. So the going has been tough for the running backs, but the running quarterback has managed 49 yards. 72 yards in all on the ground for Berwick on 18 running plays. Ryan Lawbaugh's been hot, but mostly with short passes. I have him as 8 of 11. Threw 1 interception, but it was a timely interception. Would have been better than the 4th down punt would have netted. And he has 67 yards in the air. Unique game plan, not going with their top receivers as much, Tegan Wilk or Sean Sheptock, but we've been seeing Blake Maurer targeted and Blaine Cleaver. Each have 3 catches here in the first half. Blaine Cleaver has 3 catches for 30 yards. Blake Maurer has 3 catches for 26 yards. Sheptock took a slant in where he kind of just stopped in the middle of the route for 9 yards, got himself in an open seam, and Tegan Wilk caught one but was caught after 2 yards. 8 completes and 11 attempts, the 1 interception, 67 yards in the air for Berwick, added to their 72 on the ground. Total of 29 plays in all for 139. Just edging the 23 plays for 135 that we see out of Dallas at halftime. I think the most visible stat, though, Jim, has been the turnovers and the noticeable penalties.
And I think that Berwick might get a big play out of Abe Mason before this is over because Ryan Lawbaugh has invariably kept the football. When he faked to him, one of these times it's going to go the other way, and that could happen. But, you know, you look at Dallas's very, very pedestrian numbers offensively. Remember, this is the top offensive team in the Wyoming Valley Conference by a large margin. And then you realize that 83 of those yards came in that one drive. Other than that, they've done almost nothing.
Yeah, Berwick has a good, strong defensive game plan. The people are executing the game plan. People have really stood out. Mike Salutko stuffing runs, filling in, scraping. Blake Cleaver has been very noticeable. Mason Lawbaugh, Eric Monte, the whole team. You can name them all. And they play as a unit, and from one play to the other, which one's going to step up and make the play. And if they continue with that type of effort, I don't think there's a game plan that Dallas can put out that'll change it. Dallas is predictably vanilla. It's just that they do it so well. So it's not like they have a whole lot of different ways that they can go. We'll see how it adjusts.
And remember, you talked about turnovers. Dallas with 3 in this first half. Last year, they played Berwick twice, and one of the games went to overtime. They had a total of 0 turnovers, so that's big.
Yeah, and Berwick hasn't been hitting people and causing fumbles. It's sort of a unique thing for them. Here in this game, I think it might be the extra emphasis on gang tackling. Get everyone around the ball, stand them up, keep going until the whistle. Work to strip the ball, hit it out. But they're getting the turnovers that they need.
At the break, it is Berwick 12 and unbeaten Dallas 7. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
If you haven't been to Name Brand Liquidations in the Berwick Plaza Shopping Center, you're missing out on great values. At Name Brand Liquidators, you'll save money from 50 to 90% on everything imaginable, from bathroom vanities to bar stools to carpeting. You name it. Name Brand Liquidations not only sells a huge variety of merchandise, they feature name brands just like their name says, at low prices. When you're in the market for anything, shop at the store that has everything. Name Brand Liquidations. Wishing the Berwick Bulldogs a great season.
A car or truck accident will change your life. You get one phone call to put your life back together. Call your lawyers, Lenahan and Dempsey. They are your car and truck accident lawyers, your personal injury lawyers, your work injury lawyers. Your lawyers at Lenahan and Dempsey have won hundreds of millions of dollars for injured people just like you. Call Lenahan and Dempsey now. Call your lawyers and get help now.
Ask Ameriprise financial advisor Jeffrey McKinnon about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach toward financial balance. Call Jeff today at 570-520-4137. Offices are located at 22 South Prospect Street in Nanticoke, PA, and 118 East 3rd Street in Berwick, PA. The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
It's Alexander Family Buick GMC's end of summer clearance sale. Great summer sales have left us overstocked with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles. One owner, local trades, off-lease cars and trucks, all reduced to sell. Get a 2017 Chevy Traverse for only $19,988 and an 18 Nissan Maxima, only $18,988, or a 17 Chevy Cruze, now only $13,988. Check us out online or stop and shop in Bloomsburg for the lowest price guaranteed. Alexander Family Buick GMC. We're taking deals the other guys won't.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog Football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Here at Mountaineers Stadium in Dallas. Berwick trying to upend unbeaten Dallas. The Bulldogs leading at the break 12-7. Tell you, if Berwick does not hang on to win this one, they will rue the opportunities missed in that opening half. 6 times they had the ball in Dallas territory and produced just that one touchdown. But, at this point, you can't stress the negative. That's over. And I think if someone would have told Carmen DiFrancesco, we'll give you a 12-7 lead at the break and the ball to start the second half, he would take that.
Yeah, I'd take that too. And, when you watch a game like this, you kind of get a feel over who's a little more dominant. And I feel Berwick physically has had the advantage with their defense going against it. And I feel that their offense has moved the ball more convincingly in the game. So after players play a half and defensively say, hey, we're stopping them, we can stop, but we have to keep playing well, I think you gain a confidence. And likewise, offensively, you say, hey, if we didn't make those mistakes, if we didn't turn the ball over, if we didn't commit the penalties, we can move the ball on them if we have the clean drives. And that adds to the confidence. So I think Berwick should come out feeling pretty good that they have the edge, that right now they play the better half of football. And, match that with a good second half performance, you come away a winner, and you can come away with all the marbles in the district if things, crunch the numbers right.
Berwick will get the football to start this second half. The Bulldogs will be moving from our right to our left as Alejandro Lopez, Tegan Wilk, and Blake Maurer deep, awaiting the second half kickoff from Ryan Fisher. 12-7 is the Berwick advantage. Again, they had an extra point blocked. And then after their second score, they went for two and missed on a pass play. Dallas, the one touchdown by quarterback Michael Starbuck from 1 yard out. So Fisher will kick it off. Undefeated Dallas trailing Berwick at the break. Second half is underway. The kick by Fisher is a beauty. High and deep. Wilk back to the Berwick 2 yard line. To the 10, to the far side of the field, to the 15. Turns the corner to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, and the Fisher, the kicker, pushes him out of bounds near the 40. A terrific return by Tegan Wilk.
Get used to them. He has that speed and he has that vision. Took it near the left hash and worked his way over to the right hash and then up the Berwick sideline. He uses his speed and quick moves to elude potential tacklers.
38 yards on the return by Tegan Wilk. 1st and 10, Berwick from their 40. 3 receivers to the left side. Ryan Lawbaugh out of the gun. Has the snap, fumbles, and gets back on at the 35-yard line.
He put the fake into the stomach of Aiden Mason, left it there a little too long. Mason moved, and he didn't want to give it to him. That jars the ball out of the quarterback's hands. So Berwick going to start off with a loss of about 5 yards if they ever move that yard marker.
1st and 15 for the Bulldogs at their own 35-yard line. Lawbaugh has the snap this time, fires to the far side, way over the head of intended receiver. One of those plays where it's hard to tell who that intended receiver was.
And over on the far side and not good. They still haven't moved the yard marker. They have it 3rd and 10. It should be at 3rd and 15. And why no one's noticed that, I don't understand. In any case, the ball's where it should be. Now they're going to finally move that yard marker.
3rd and long, Berwick. And we have whistles and a stoppage. Oh, they had the ball in the 34. It should have been the 35.
Yeah.
So 3rd down, 15. Berwick from their 35. Lawbaugh has the snap. Back to throw. Big pass rush. He's in trouble. He's going to carry it and not get very far. Just a couple to the 37-yard line. Jack Farrell makes the play. So the fumble by Berwick that they recovered really is a mistake that they don't recover from, and they're forced to punt the football as Eric Montez backs up.
And we've seen some nice returns after Dallas, so this is a little shaky to start things off. You'd like to get those first downs, move it, take it in for a score. Instead, early muff.
High snap and a very, very low line drive kick fielded at the 28-yard line by Delgadio. Gets a great block as he comes to the far side, and he's ridden out of bounds at the 38-yard line. There is a flag down on the play.
Not on the great block, but near the point of the tackle. Delgadio put a forearm, a straight arm out. And I don't know if he got a hold of the face mask. I don't know if you call that or not. Going to be a personal foul. Something that I've never seen. Probably an illegal block.
The PA calls it personal. Yeah, now they're indicating a personal foul. But again, there's a little bit of an extra explanation there that I don't get. I've never seen before.
He's pushing his two fists against each other. So I don't know if it was the illegal straight arm that got him by the helmet. Doesn't look like a blocking infraction.
1st and 10, Dallas. They have the ball for the first time in the second half. They trail Berwick 12-7. 10:29 to go in the third. Mountaineers at their 25-yard line. Moving from our left to our right. Slot to the left side. I formation behind the quarterback, Michael Starbuck. Gives the ball to Lenny Kelly. Kelly tries the right side, runs right into Mason Lawbaugh. No gain on the play.
Really played well. Trying to see, it was a Lutko, the linebacker, who filled, and that forced him to bubble out to Mason Lawbaugh, and out wide of that yet was Sean Sheptock. So nowhere at all to go. as the play started from linebacker to defensive end to secondary, and they've been keeping Lenny Kelly in check. At halftime, he had 10 carries for 49 yards, well below a typical game average for him.
They gave him a yard there to the 26, 2nd down and 9. Starbuck will operate out of the gun. Kelly in a slot now. Starbuck rolls to his left. The left-hander fires to the far side, and he has a completion near the sticks and a first down out to the 38-yard line. Starbuck on target for the first down.
Luke Delgadio with the catch. They like him. Tough receiver, one of the best in the conference. Ran to the chains, squared it out quickly. Ball delivered right there, and that will move the chains with wonderful execution on that passing play.
12 yards on the completion. 1st and 10, Dallas at their own 38-yard line. Delgadio is now wide to the right. Ben Fife in the slot to that side. I formation. User ahead of Kelly from the 38. Starbuck, play action. Rolls right. Dumps it out of the backfield. Juggling catch by Muser. And he is cut down at about the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. Didn't look like a lot, but got 9.
Muser's the second leading receiver on this team. They like hitting him out of the backfield. Left-handed quarterback rolling to the right is able to square his shoulders, flip it out to Muser in the flat, who turns it upfield and does get the 9 yards, as you mentioned, Jim.
2nd down and 1. Mountaineers at their 47. Slot to the left. I formation. Starbuck. Play action, back to throw, looking for all of it downfield, incomplete. Looking for Delgadio. Had a step on Preston Robbins, pass just a bit overthrown. Not a bad play on the 2nd and 1.
No, it's also the 3rd pass in a row. This is a team known for its running, but Berwick's pretty much slowed down its running game. So the halftime adjustment, show them one run, and then come out using the talents of Michael Starbuck. Starbuck at halftime was 3 of 7 with an interception that went for a touchdown, but he did have 82 yards. Here he's 2 for 3 in this half.
Delgadio wide to the right. Sean Sheptock on him. 3rd and 1. Kelly gets the call off the left side, and I don't think so. Depends on where they give him the forward progress. He was pushed back. May have gotten to the sticks. Very, very close.
Ran hard. One man has the spot, and they're going to indicate first down. So they'll give him the forward momentum before he was spun backwards.
1st and 10, Dallas at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the second half by the Mountaineers. They trail Berwick 12-7. 8:20 to go here in the 3rd. Dallas averaging 46 points a game coming off a 37-7 thrashing of previously unbeaten Valley View. From the 48, Starbuck gives the ball to Kelly, tries the right side, hemmed in, hit and dropped. Good play by Dallas Schechterly and Ryan Lawbaugh.
Ryan Lawbaugh walked up to the line of scrimmage like he was going to play contain, but then backed off. When he saw the play coming at his defensive end, he came in hard, took away the contain, played that man, and then Schechterly knocking him off.
Anthony Sisko injured on the play. He goes limping off. Sully Slapinski will replace him. Loss of a yard on the play. Back to the 47. 2nd down and 11.
Ball now on the right hash after that sweeping motion comes in this direction.
Slot to the left. Delgadio outside of Fife. 2nd down call coming. Starbuck rolls left to throw. Looking. Great defensive play over there, and they cut him down in the open field.
Tegan Wilk was the man who came up. He rolled to his left by design, and he quickly tucked the ball, Jim. So it looked like it was a quarterback run all along. I think when Tegan Wilk saw the tuck, he committed up very, very quickly, makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage after a defensive end forced him about 7 or 8 yards deep.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 11. Dallas just short of their own 47-yard line.
Passing situation from the left hash. Left-handed quarterback rolling, would rather go to the short side of the field here.
Kelly is in a slot to the right. Delgadio outside of him. Starbuck is rolling that way. Stops, plants the feet, fires to the sideline. Delgadio wide open for a first down at the Berwick 40-yard line. Starbuck on target to his favorite receiver, Luke Delgadio.
His 4th catch of the game. Corner gave him too much of a cushion, Jim, in a situation where you know they're going to pass, where they'd prefer to pass to their top receiver. You got to cover them a little bit more tight, and they just didn't do it. He ran them off, came back. He had the chains comfortably, just too big of a cushion.
On a 3rd and 11, they pick up 12. 1st and 10, Dallas at the Berwick 41. Wide receiver to either side. Starbuck under center, gives to Muser, and he is cut down for a loss to the 43-yard line. Mike Saluko across there from his linebacker spot.
And Schechterly low. So the 2 inside linebackers playing tight, seeing the quick give, come hard, get themselves low, and again, control Lenny Kelly. Kelly had 49 yards at half. 4 runs later, he's up to 50.
2nd down and 11. Dallas at the Berwick 42-yard line. Berwick leading 12-7. Clock running, 5:24 to go here in the 3rd. Delgadio wide to the right. Fife wide left. Under center. Starbuck, play action, back to throw. Fires long, has a man, but overshoots the mark. It was Fife at the 15-yard line.
They're getting people deep, and sooner or later they're going to connect on that deep pass. Early in the game, they hit Danny Muser on a wheel route going down the sideline. Twice now they've had people deep in the secondary, beating the cornerbacks.
11th play of the drive. Dallas, 3rd down and 11. Big call coming at the Berwick 42-yard line.
Berwick has not been strong on 3rd down, and these are 3rds and long. This is where they need to make the stop, and then what does Dallas do if they don't convert it here?
Delgadio wide left. Kelly in a slot to the left. Back to throw as Starbuck dumps it out of the backfield to Muser. It's read beautifully by Schechterly. They'll lose yardage back to the 46-yard line. And there'll be no decision coming for Dallas. The punt team will come on. Dallas Schechterly with a terrific read.
Really did see it. Might have been man-to-man coverage, and he might have had locked on to Muser. So when he saw him get over to the screen, he's getting over with it as well. So the right defensive call for the right situation there. It worked out well for Berwick, and Schechterly comes up big, executing his positional responsibilities.
Mitch Burgess back to punt, gets the snap and gets the kick away. Nice kick. Tegan Wilk at the 13-yard line. To the 15, outside to the 20, and ridden out of bounds at about the 23. So Berwick makes a stand, and they'll take over the football with 4:24 to go in the 3rd. And the Bulldogs leading unbeaten Dallas 12-7.
And they need to eliminate the mistakes. Previous drive on the 1st down, they have a miscue in the backfield. On the fake, bumps off the hip of the running back. They have to fall on it, and they never recover from that. They want to have positive plays right from the get-go.
1st and 10 for Berwick, and Tegan Wilk will operate out of the Wildcat. 5 wide receivers from the 23-yard line. Wilk takes the snap, goes on a draw play, and has a pretty good surge out near the 30-yard line.
Horse collared on down by Xander Sheener. He had a good explosion off that line of scrimmage. I think it was Noah Craig. Actually, it was Aaron Cashman who got off so well. He got into his block, and they'll give him pushing 5 yards, a long 4.
The ball at the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 5, Berwick. Blake Maurer wide left. Sean Sheptock in a slot to that side. There's a slot to the right as well. Lawbaugh now will take the snap. Fakes handoff, keeps the football, tries the right side. That's been effective in this game, but not this time. Dallas brings him down after a gain of maybe 2 to the 31-yard line. So 3rd down call coming for Berwick. Actually, they give him to the 32, so give him 3. 3rd down and 2, Berwick.
And a long 2 at that. I think Berwick's going to run for it. The question is who carries the ball. Right side of the field is to the left, but they found some soft spots in the middle.
3rd down and 2. I formation behind Ryan Lawbaugh, who's under center. Fakes handoff, keeps the football off the right side, has the 1st down before he's belted out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
They showed option, Jim, on a critical situation. Quick fake, short side to the right. Quarterback has it. Tegan Wilk is a pitch man out there, and he's going to get attention. People widened with Wilk. Ryan Lawbaugh smartly turned it upfield, knew he'd have the chains, took the shot from Lenny Kelly happily before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 after the 5-yard pickup by Ryan Lawbaugh. Bulldogs at their own 37-yard line. Again, they'll go to the Wildcat. Wilk will take the snap. And he'll keep it himself off that right side over the 40, over the 45, and out to the 46-yard line. Good first down carry out of the Wildcat by Tegan Wilk.
Nice blocking on the outside. He sold it. He got it. Looked like he wanted to pass. Even gave it a little pump fake and then took off to the right side. Blake Maurer was outside. Good chicken fight. Creates some obstacle to give him a 9-yard run.
Clock running, 2:39 to go in the third. Berwick leading Dallas by a score of 12-7. Blaine Cleaver is the tight end on the right. Lawbaugh under center. Wilk is the tailback in the eye. And Lawbaugh keeps it. This time he is buried. Lost back to the 45-yard line.
If I was Rich Manillo, head coach of Dallas, the one halftime adjustment I'm looking at is how do I take the running quarterback out of the game? Now, Berwick's been successful with it from a number of different looks. That time zone read. And that time they see it. They're focusing a little bit more on that quarterback, giving him a little more attention. And they didn't get the short yardage that they needed.
3rd and 2. Berwick at their own 45-yard line.
Last time they did this, we saw option.
Lawbaugh under center. 2 blocking backs to the right. Lawbaugh gives the ball to Wilk. He's got the first down and then some. Tegan Wilk from the tailback spot over midfield to the Dallas 49-yard line.
Put it into the man who can make it happen for you. Big blocker set off to the right like a double wing behind the tight end. They target that spot, give it to Wilk. He has 7 yards to see where the seam is going to open, picks the opening, rushes through it, and gains 5 yards beyond what he needed.
Berwick at the Dallas 49-yard line. 7th time in the game. Berwick has been in Dallas territory. Blocking backs to the left side. Wilk is the lone running back. Tegan Wilk has it off the right side. Looking for room, not much there.
Just about a yard. Berwick's version of the counter tray, using those big backs to pull from one side to the other to try to kick out. Dallas smelled it out, though, and stuffed it up with some penetration.
No gain on the play. Ball stays at the 49-yard line of Dallas. 2nd down and 10 Bulldogs as we go under a minute remaining in this fast-moving third quarter. Wilk now will be in a slot to the right. Blaine Cleaver wide to the right. Lawbaugh out of the gun. Has the snap. Fakes to Lopez, who's in there at the running back. Keeps the ball himself, and Lawbaugh will get just a couple. It'll bring up a 3rd down for Berwick, and I think we'll see that 3rd down call coming at the first play of the 4th quarter as the clock winding down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 8. Berwick at the Dallas 47, and they will have time to talk about this one. 3 quarters in the books here at Mountaineer Stadium. Berwick leading unbeaten Dallas 12-7. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio, HLM.
At Traditional Home Healthcare, their beliefs make all the difference. You have the right to choose the highest level of healthcare in your own home, from pediatrics to seniors, as well as non-skilled home care services like meal prep, housekeeping, and companionship. They'll work with you every step of the way to create a care plan for your loved one, because Traditional is more than a home healthcare agency. They're your extended family when family can't be there. Visit TraditionalHomeHealthcare.com today.
Berwick Bulldog football.
In HLM Sports tonight, in the third, Selinsgrove leads Danville 13-9. In the third, Mount Carmel leads Bloomsburg 41-7. And in the fourth, Central Columbia and Lewisburg are tied at 14. For HLM Sports, I'm Raven Klein.
Berwick Bulldog football, HLM.
Quarters the books here at Mountaineer Stadium in Dallas. Terrific matchup, Berwick 7-1, Dallas 8-0. Berwick leading 12-7. And a big call coming to start this final period. Bulldogs with the ball at the Dallas 47-yard line, moving from our left to our right in this final period, and facing a 3rd down and 8. And the Bulldogs had a lot of time to talk about this call.
Yeah, it might be a back of the playbook. It's a spread formation, 2 receivers each side, but Tegan Wilk is in the backfield with Ryan Lawbaugh. Keep an eye on Tegan Wilk.
Lawball waits the shotgun snap on 3rd and 8. He has it. Straight drop back to throw. Fires over the middle into traffic. It is intercepted at the 37-yard line.
He drilled it in, trying to get it to Blaine Cleaver. But it looks like it was the linebacker, Lenny Kelly, who was inside and made that pick.
So Dallas takes over. 3rd turnover of the game for Berwick. The interception by Kelly. And Dallas, trailing 12-7, has it at their 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
And they drove the ball effectively last time before giving it up.
3 turnovers apiece in this game. Slot to the right. I formation. Starbuck back to throw. Fires a pass. It's batted down. Intercepted. Intercepted. Eric Montez bats the ball in the air and makes the interception, and Berwick has it right back.
Interception one way and interception the other way, and this one was amazing. He gives a nice little fake like he's going to drop back, and then he rolls toward Montez here on the near side, his left. Montez comes at him, gets the hands up because he wants to throw it quick. He takes away the passing lane, it bats the ball. It doesn't go very far. It goes up about a foot or so and comes down in the hands of Montez, who's then drugged to the ground. So a tremendous play by Eric Montez, who we saw injured earlier in the game. He looks at full strength now.
Berwick takes over at the Dallas 31, and boy, any kind of score would look big for the Bulldogs. They lead it by a score of 12-7, and they use a timeout. 11:48 to go. 12-7 Berwick. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
How do you save money when you shop for groceries? If you haven't checked out Surplus Outlet, you're missing out on savings that could go right into your pocket. Hello, this is Justin Michaels, and at Surplus Outlet, we take saving you money very seriously. At Surplus Outlet, you'll find groceries and much more at below wholesale prices. We work hard to buy right and pass those savings directly on to you. At Surplus Outlet, we stock all the items that you would expect at a grocery store, but each week we get new arrivals, and the savings can be tremendous. So you'll want to stop in often.
Surplus Outlet, with locations on Route 11 Northumberland, Route 11 Berwick, and Route 15 Montgomery.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Following the timeout, Berwick goes to a flea flicker. It works to perfection, but Sean Sheptock cannot haul it down in the end zone. Beautiful throw by Ryan Lawbaugh. So the Bulldogs will have it 2nd down and 10 at their own 31.
Handoff one way, pitch another way, pitched all the way back. Wonderful throw to Sean Sheptock, who has 3-4 steps on the safety. But it goes through his hands, taking away the score.
2nd down and 10, Berwick at the Dallas 31. Early here in the 4th quarter. Berwick leading 12-7. 3 receivers to the left. Lawball has the snap. Fires to the far side over the head of Blake Maurer. And now it'll be a 3rd down and 10. Again, not to belabor the point, but this is Berwick's 8th trip into Dallas territory. And they have 1 touchdown in those 8 trips. And boy, would a touchdown on this possession look huge, even though we're early in the 4th.
Alan, they just should have had one on the flea flicker, Jim. You know, you go for the kill after the interception and everything's there, but the final piece of it.
3rd and 10 for the Dallas 31. Wilk is wide to the right. Lawbaugh's looking the other way. Now he's got to run with the football. He gets inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. 4th down coming for Berwick.
And you're not going to punt from here. We'll see a play from scrimmage. They'll need about 6-7 yards in order to convert. Ball's pretty much in the middle of the field. A little bit to the right would be the short side, but not enough to make a difference in play call.
So big call coming. 4th and a long 6 from the Dallas 28-yard line. Sheptock wide right, 3 receivers to the left. Ryan Lawbaugh out of the gun. Has the snap. Back to throw. Looking. Here comes the rush. Rolling left. He'll be sacked back at the 36-yard line.
Going to be Xander Shaner who runs him down, but the play didn't have the opportunity, Jim. He eventually leaves the pocket, rolls to his left, which is the difficult side for him to throw as a quarterback. The original route now is broken. People trying to break off their routes and get open. Xander Shaner eventually runs him down, throws him down for the sack.
So Dallas takes over at their 36-yard line. 10:47 to go. Berwick leading by a score of 12-7. Moransky wide to the left. Delgadio wide right. Kelly's the tailback in the I formation. Starbuck back to throw, looking, firing long downfield into traffic. He's got his man. Delgadio at the 35, to the 30, the 25, the 20, and forced out of bounds. Dallas strikes for a big pass play to the Berwick 17-yard line.
They've been going more and more with the pass in this half as they realize Berwick has pretty much stuffed their run, so they put in quarterback Michael Starbuck. Gave a little play fake. It was more of a token fake. Shouldn't have held people up, but the rush never came. And he's able to stand well in the pocket, deliver that left-handed pass deep downfield, hits Luke Delgado in the middle. He continues across the field toward the sideline before being run out.
37 yards on the reception. Dallas at the Berwick 17-yard line. Kelly the call. Kelly has running room. Kelly's in for a touchdown. Two big plays back-to-back by Dallas, and they take the lead.
Now they've gone to their tried and true Luke Delgado with the 37-yard catch. Then come back to Lenny Kelly. You know sooner or later he's going to make something happen. You can only hold him for so long. Goes up over the left guard. Seems to be stalled a little bit, but keeps the legs pumping. Squirts on out and on into the end zone.
How this game has turned around. Berwick had the great opportunity. They come up short. Dallas strikes quickly to take the lead. And now they'll go for two to try to extend the lead to 3. Estelle Starbuck has the snap. Double handoff. Delgadio's going to throw deep in the end zone and has his man.
Starbuck.
Double handoff. Delgadio to Starbuck for 2. The lead and all the momentum on the side of Dallas. 10:29 to go. Dallas 15, Berwick 12. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting, with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Another missed opportunity by Berwick. They had the ball at the Dallas 28-yard line, but a 4th and 6 turns into a sack. 2 plays, just 2 plays later, Dallas is in the end zone on a 17-yard run by Lenny Kelly. Then they get the 2-point conversion on a nifty play. Delgadio throwing it to Starbuck. And it's a 15-12 Dallas lead with 10:29 to go.
Momentum builds upon momentum. The 4th down sack. Then you're pumped up. You come out heaving. You hit your key receiver downfield and Luke Delgadio. And then go to that great running back, Lenny Kelly. Then a little trickery. Couple pitches, throw it back to the quarterback who's uncovered in the corner of the end zone.
Ryan Fisher will kick it off for Dallas. His kick is a low line drive, and Lopez will pick it up at the 18-yard line to the 20, to the 25. Alejandro Lopez will be brought down about the 30.
Berwick needs to get momentum back, Jim, and momentum is a mental thing. I mean, there's a spirit to it. It happens. There's a reality. But it comes down to saying, look, guys, we can do this. Let's strap it on. Let's play physical football. We can make it happen. And I think by what we see in this drive is going to be determinant of whether or not Berwick can win this game. Can they spring back from that last setback? They're only, a few points down. They're in this game.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Ryan Lawbaugh. Man in motion, right to left. Lawbaugh keeps the football. Dallas is on to him.
Yes, they are.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, Xander Shaner again. He's been coming through in this second half. They're giving a lot more attention to the potential of the running quarterback. It seems like that's Berwick's only weapon. Ryan Lawbaugh, very, very effective in the first half for 49 yards. But now, after about 7 more plays, he has 49 yards again.
2nd and 10, Berwick. Moving from our left to our right in this final period. They have it at their own 30-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. In motion, right to left, as Tegan Wilk takes the handoff. Has some running room at the 35, spins out near the first down yardage at the 40. Terrific running in the open field by Tegan Wilk.
Yeah, sort of a jet sweeping action. I think you know he's going to get the ball, but he's going short side and runs out of sideline, so he cuts back against the grain. Comes across the field, makes people miss. Probably should have stretched that ball out at the last minute. Berwick must convert here.
3rd and less than a yard. Just short of the 40-yard line. I formation behind Ryan Lawbaugh. Lawbaugh, quarterback keeper, gets the yardage, but fumbles the football. Dallas claims they have it. The official comes in and says no. No, it came out when he hit the ground.
But this Ryan Lawbaugh get up from that hit, Jim. It was a helmet-to-helmet. He squirted through. His head is past the line. And the linebacker comes in very hard with a hard hit. I thought it was helmet to helmet. That's when the ball comes out. They're going to give Berwick it, but Berwick's going to have to get Ryan Lawbaugh to shake those cobwebs out. I don't think he's going to get back in for this play. There's a stoppage right now.
The referee, Chuck Supon, says start the clock. Berwick does not have a timeout.
And they're going to have to change quarterbacks. What they should have done was left Ryan Lawbaugh injured on the field. That would stop the clock. He's going to be out for the play anyway.
So will they snap it to Tegan Wilk? They will. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He still has 6 seconds, and they're set.
Has the snap, looking for some running room, finds a little, and extends it out near the 45-yard line.
That last play, to me, is one of those where I see targeting, and I thought the umpire should have seen it. It's a helmet-to-helmet type of collision as the man was defenseless and going down. I think at the college level, they review that on film, and a man's ejected.
2nd down and 6. Berwick at the 45. Ryan Lawbaugh is back in there. He's awaiting the shotgun snap. Wilk in motion right to left. Wilk takes the handoff, tries the outside left, won't get there.
Other players have to join in and do some blocking, Jim. 3 different people catch him on that jet sweeping action. You got to get the blockers. Even if Tegan Wilk can't do it all by himself.
3rd down and 6. Berwick. Big call. Clock running. 7:38 to go. Dallas leading Berwick 15-12. Slap to the right side. Sheptock wide left. Ryan Lawbaugh out of the gun. Has the snap. Back to throw. Fires to the sideline way over the head of the intended target, Blake Bauer.
Ryan Lawbaugh in the first half was 8 of 11 passing. In this half, 0 for 5 with an interception. That's the second one that really sailed over Blake Bauer's head on a simple out pattern. So he's just lost the accuracy he had.
Luke Delgadio, Matt Moransky back for Dallas. Eric Montez to punt for Berwick, standing back at the Bulldog 31-yard line. Long count. Manning with a good snap, landing, I should say, and the kick is away. It goes out of bounds on the far side. Not a long kick by Montez, however, there is no return. And Dallas will have it at their 35-yard line. So the Berwick defense, with few exceptions tonight, has been outstanding. They need a stop in the worst way. Berwick trails 15-12, 7:18 to go.
You can still feel the momentum in Dallas's side, Jim. I mentioned that hard hit on Ryan Lawbaugh that separated him from the football. That's the type of thing where you get that good physical play that keeps the momentum going for your team.
1st and 10, Mountaineers at their 35. Delgadio has been terrific. Is wide to the left side. Kelly is the tailback in the eye. He gets the call. Kelly up the middle. Kelly is running over midfield. The 45. He's still on his feet at the 40. To the 35, the 30. To the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. And he's down at the 1 yard line. Lenny Kelly with a tremendous effort.
That'll put him well over 100 yards, Jim. He looked good. They busted him up the middle. You can't forget that he is your priority no matter what, even when you're being hurt a little bit in the passing game. He's the priority. Got through into the secondary. Tegan Wilk ended up chasing him, and Kelly showed speed that was able to stay beyond Tegan Wilk. And then a cutback move loses Tegan Wilk. Eventually Dallas Sheckerly stopping him just short.
62 yards on the carry by Lenny Kelly.
Give him 129 on the game.
Dallas 3 yards away from the knockout punch with 6:45 to go. I formation. Starbuck gives to Kelly again. Kelly's in the end zone for a touchdown. There is the knockout punch for Dallas with 6:36 to go.
Very tight splits. You're going to pound with him, and Berwick's defense is nowhere to be seen. Dallas has all the momentum on its side, pumped up, the adrenaline flowing after the long run by Lenny Kelly, and they score this touchdown easily. Berwick's going to be slowed down as they have a player down there with a cramp. We'll have a little bit of a stoppage before we see the PAT.
Dallas has 2 scores in this final period. 2 plays, 64 yards. 2 plays, 65 yards.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hard to hold a good team down, Jim. They got momentum on their side. They made it happen. Big plays.
Now, take a look at that player. It does look like a cramp. We hope that is all it is. Dallas leading after the touchdown by 21-12.
Mike Slutko is the player who's down. They tried to get him up, and he just couldn't put any pressure on that Charlie horse in his left shin. So he's back down. They'll rub it a little more and then try to get him up. They'll miss him for the PAT.
When you look at the box score in the newspaper tomorrow morning, it's going to look like, wow, Berwick couldn't handle Lenny Kelly, but for most of the night they did.
They did. Good gang tackling and all of that. I think what happened is after, some momentum changes, they lost the key. They lost the key to the game. They started worrying a little bit more about the passing of Michael Starbuck, and that was being emphasized in the second half. That was the halftime adjustment that Rich Manella made. But you can't stop thinking about Lenny Kelly at all. And boy, he burned them on that big run.
Ryan Fisher will attempt the extra point. 6:36 to go. Still time for Berwick, but boy, what a task. They would need 2 touchdowns against a team that gives up less than 8 points a game. As Fisher will attempt the extra point. His kick is up, and his kick is good. Time on the field. 6:36 to play. Dallas 22, Berwick 12. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Sports Radio HLM.
Somebody needs you. Make a difference in someone's life. Caregivers America is presently hiring direct care workers for their Berwick office location. Caregivers America offers next day pay, direct deposit, paid time off, and paid training. Create your own schedule. Clients close to home. Go to caregiversamerica.com or call the Berwick office 570-759-7757. Caregivers America.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Ryan Fisher to kick off for Dallas. Low line drive kick. Skitters along the turf. Picking it up is Tegan Wilk over the 15 to the 20, the 25, the 30. The 35, the 40, and out to the 42-yard line. Tegan Wilk with a terrific return. Berwick, 2 timeouts remaining. Still time, 6:27, but now down 22-12.
Tyler Dzinski grabbing him by the waist and refusing to let him get any more yardage as he made a nice return on that sort of muffed football.
And the ball went to Lopez, who couldn't handle it. Almost downed himself on a knee, but Wilk alertly picked it up. Bulldogs at their own 42. Wilk wide right, slot to the left. Ball back to throw, fires over the middle, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Sean Sheptock.
Yeah, let him nice, put it up at eye length, but the hands didn't grab it and hold it in. Thrown hard on the slant pattern, but Sean Sheptock will tell you should have caught that. His second drop of the half, and Berwick passing 0 for 6 here in this second half.
2nd and 10. Bulldogs at their 42. Slot to the right side. Wilk wide left. Flag down.
Center move the football, Jim. Should be 5 yards against Berwick. And the mistakes continue.
2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs. Back at their 37. Boy, Dallas can really tee off now defensively.
And they have a way of getting after the quarterback. Lawbaugh's been mobile, but they've sacked him a few times during this game.
Aiden Mason lines up to the left of Brian Lawbaugh. 2nd and 15. Lawbaugh back to throw. Big pass rush. He'll be sacked. Back at the 31-yard line.
Taylor Balesta, one of the stars of this team. One of those 4-year starters making his play. You mentioned they can tee off. Mason or Lawbaugh looking to try to run to step it upfield, but Balesta coming from behind after a strong pass rush brings him down.
3rd and 21. Berwick in a world of hurt. Clock running, 5:49 to go. They trail 22-12. Slot to the right side. Tegan Wilk wide to the right. Lawbaugh out of the gun. Has the snap. Rolls to his right. Big pass rush. Gets the pass away into traffic. Completes it. Blake Mowers tackled at the 45-yard line. Well short of the first down. Berwick may have to go for it with 5:24 remaining.
Yeah, I think they do, and they made up an awful lot of the yardage. So while it's still going to be a 3rd and long, 4th and about 8, it's much more conceivable to get it from here.
13 yards on that play. 4th and 8, Berwick at their own 44. Only chance for the Bulldogs is to convert here. Lawbaugh out of the gun, has the snap. He's in trouble from the backside. Ball is stripped. It's loose. Dallas has it, and that should do it with 4:50 to go. Jack Farrell came a long way from the blind side. Ryan Lawbaugh had no chance, and Farrell wanted more than the sack, although that's all he needed. He got the strip sack, and Dallas at the Berwick 38-yard line.
Yep, they get it on 4th down either way, the sack or the strip sack that they happen to recover. Probably lost a yard on the fumble recovery. But Dallas will happily take the football there in Berwick field position.
2 timeouts left for the Bulldogs. Dallas at the Bulldog 38. Lenny Kelly, the tailback in the eye. Starbuck under center. Gives the ball to Kelly. He's tripped up. Well, a good defensive play.
Who was it? Ryan Lawbaugh was, Jim. He took on the block of Danny Muser. Danny normally is able to win those things. Very physical player. But by submarining and taking the fullback out, he then creates a hurdle that the running back can't get over.
2nd down and 13. Dallas at the Berwick 41-yard line. Clock is on the side of the Mountaineers. They lead Berwick 22-12, and it's running with 4:15 to go. Starbuck started to milk that clock. Play clock 7, 6, and 5 as he's under center. Gives the ball to Kelly. Up the middle. Kelly at the 30. Kelly at the 25. Kelly at the 20. Lost the football. It's into the end zone. It goes through the end zone, and it will be Berwick football at the 20-yard line.
He broke free at about 20 yards of open field run. And I don't know if it was in the running action of swinging his arms or if someone punched him. But it violently went from about the 20-yard line all the way to the end zone and then out of the end zone. So it's one of those you want to replay. How did he lose it? Was it the swinging action of the arms? I didn't think a Berwick player was that close to give it a punch. But he does lose the football, and Berwick will take over.
3:54 to go. Bulldogs trail by 10. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They huddle on the far side.
With the clock counting down to 12, and they're just coming from that huddle. They better hustle up.
Kick high ball to center, over the ball. 5, play clock with 4 and 3 and 2, and just got the snap away to ball, who throws far to the far side of the field, and it is incomplete. Overshooting his mark.
He's overshot a number of receivers, and he had a receiver open on the sideline. Didn't need to throw it that hard.
Yeah, it was Peyton Williams who was the open receiver on the Berwick sideline. So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 20 with 3:49 remaining in the game, and Berwick trailing 22-12. Bulldogs led 12-7 going into this final period. But Dallas, 2 long and quick scoring drives. Here's Lawbaugh out of the gun. They close in on him, and he throws it into the ground. The closest receiver was Tegan Wilk at the 31-yard line.
He had Aiden Mason on a wheel route. Wondering if he's thinking of running a little too quickly because of all the pressure. Tried to step to the right and then step up. The arm in a throwing motion. Kind of downs it into the ground in front of him.
3rd down and 10. Berwick at the 20. Dallas crowd below us has really enjoyed this 4th quarter. It's been dominated by the Mountaineers. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Lawbaugh has the snap. Back to throw. Here comes the pass rush. Gets the pass away and over the head. Once again, too high, this time for Tegan Wilk.
Josh Polera, Jim, had a great pass rush, and he put his hands up, and quarterback Lawbaugh had to pull it down and then throw it again, and realizing, hey, that guy is tall. He had to get it up even higher, and then that forces the high throw over Tegan Wilk.
4th and 10, and Berwick will bring the punt team on as Luke Delgadio and Matt Moransky deep for Dallas. Montez gets the snap, gets the kick away. Line drive kick goes by. Moransky will let it roll. Takes a good roll where Berwick is concerned. Will go dead at the Dallas 26-yard line.
Smart play by Moransky. It was going to be difficult to field. He probably could have fielded, but the score, field position, time left in the game, all dictated. Play that safe. Give up a 10, 15-yard bounce. That's irrelevant. You know, it's avoiding any risk of a muff, of a turnover there that matters.
3:25 to go. Dallas with the football and a 10-point lead, 22-12. Berwick with a couple of timeouts remaining. Bulldogs getting a player on very, very late into that interior of the line. As Kelly gets the call, runs that way, and almost broke it. Gets over the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Worked his way up to 162 yards on the game, Jim, and I think the rest of the way we're going to see a steady diet of them feeding that ball to Lenny Kelly. So he should get his 176 yards a game average before this one's over.
It's amazing. And to do it against Berwick's defense is really, really impressive. 1st and 10. Dallas at their own 37, under 3 minutes to play.
You know, they're going to milk every second off the clock. They're all standing, watching. Now that it's at 5, they'll set.
Starbuck to Kelly again, up the middle. Still on his feet, gets up to the 40-yard line. Picks up about 3 on the play. Well, this Dallas team 4 years ago went 2-9, but they did it with a number of freshmen in the lineup, including Michael Starbuck and Lenny Kelly. And they have just got better and better and better. And this is the culmination of those 4 years of work, as they are going to go to 9-0 on the season. They'll play their arch rivals Lake Lehman here next Friday to try to finish off an unbeaten regular season.
Lenny Kelly out of the game now, Jim.
Yeah, his helmet came off.
Muser.
So he had to go out. Danny Muser gets the call up the gut, and he's very close to the first down yardage at around the 45-yard line. For Berwick, they will be home to play Wilkes-Barre area for the first time ever, as we have a timeout called by the Bulldogs. 1:46 to go, 22-12 Dallas. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Mason's Monogrammic Service has the biggest selection of Bulldog football items in Berwick. Mason's is family-owned and is celebrating more than 30 years in business. Get all new Bulldog wear for 2019, like tees, tanks, and polos, hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, and caps. Even onesies and toddler tees, and lots more for any Bulldog fan. Mason's also has screen printing for businesses, teams, and organizations. Mason's Monogrammic Service, 225 West Front Street, Berwick, or at masonsmonogramming.com.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
.146 to go in the football game. Dallas leading Berwick 22-12. Mountaineers 3rd down and 1 at their own 46-yard line. Call goes to Kelly straight ahead. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think he got it, Jim. Berwick came up hard. Ryan Lawbaugh in there at the bottom of the pile. Played his heart out in this game. Nice job running, but the second half passing, just 1 for 10 with an interception.
Yeah, Berwick will use a timeout. We'll keep it here. It's going to be 4th and 2 for Dallas. Berwick now out of timeouts. I mentioned before that last break that Wilkes-Barre area, the Wolfpack, their first year. The schools of GAR, Myers, and Coughlin coming together. The school districts haven't joined just yet. Still a process of building a new school. But the sports teams have, and they've done well. In fact, the last score I had at the end of the third quarter, Wilkes-Barre area was leading Williamsport 13-0. So there's a good chance that the Wolfpack will come to Berwick next week with a 6-3 record. Cyril Cinti, the former Coughlin coach, is their head coach. But a good first year for those three schools coming together. As Dallas will use the timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Berwick Football on Sports Radio HLN.
Ready to experience the Ken Pollock Ford difference? At Ken Pollock Ford, we've combined America's best-selling truck with NEPA's most trusted dealer. Stop by today and experience for yourself why the 2019 Ford F-150 should be your #1 pick this season. Take home the 2019 Ford F-150 today and receive $8,000 in bonus cash on select models. You'll be wishing you upgraded sooner. With safety to depend on and durability to rely on, Ken Pollock Ford will give you that Ford feeling. Drive away in a vehicle you want from a dealer you can trust. Ken Pollock Ford, 1120 West Front Street, Berwick, and online at kenpollockford.com.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Dallas, a 4th down and 2. Knowing Berwick has used their final timeout, they're not going to punt the football as they had originally set up to do. They'll go for the first down. Lenny Kelly trying to put the exclamation mark on this Dallas win, or they're trying to move Berwick across. And they call a timeout. Berwick did some jumping, but not into the neutral zone, and Dallas will use the timeout, and we'll keep it right here with 1:30 to go. So a lot of anticlimactic timeouts here with the game over.
Tough loss for Berwick, Jim, a disappointing loss. I think they'll look forward to a rematch, considering the first half they played where, it looked like they were able to physically take it to this team, hold the running game in check, move the ball offensively. It was the second half just didn't live up to it. Too many mistakes, too many penalties, too many turnovers. You can't win against a good team like Dallas with that.
Burgess back to punt, gets the kick away. Fair catch, Tegan Wilk back at the Berwick 18-yard line. Nice punt by Burgess. Berwick gets it one last time with 1:23 to go. And the Bulldogs trailing 22-12. So Berwick's going to probably finish with the third. That's assuming a win over Wilkes-Barre area next week, which of course you can't. They're having a good season. But Bulldogs likely will finish third in the standings, which means to start the playoffs 2 weeks from tonight, they would be home against the 6th-ranked team. And then when they get into the semifinals, they would be on the road in all likelihood.
And assuming the top tier wins, and Dallas is 1, Valley View 2, Berwick at 3 would probably match up with Valley View in the next round at Valley View.
Blaine Cleaver is in at quarterback. He throws an incompletion to the left, and he gets welcomed to the game by Taylor Bolesta, who's been a menace for Bulldog quarterbacks in this second half.
He has, in fact, the entire Dallas front four has been a menace. They've been able to come through. Ryan Lawbaugh thrown off his passing rhythm, that's for sure. And unable to find the lanes that he had in the first half to run effectively.
Second down and 10. Cleaver back to throw, pump fake, looking long into traffic. The ball's intercepted at the 45-yard line, and the interceptor takes a knee.
Jacob Esposito catches it. Rather than run around with it, he's going to down himself, let his offense come out, take the kneel downs in victory formation.
4th turnover of the game for Berwick. It's been a sloppy game. 8 turnovers altogether in this game, but Dallas will take it. And what's really impressive is Dallas comes back and beats a good Berwick team after they played at Valley View last week. So that's a tough back-to-back.
It is a tough back-to-back. There's a lot of ways you can view it. You got to be, glowing with confidence. And so long as you're not physically beat up or injured, you're playing with a lot of confidence after beating the Valley View.
So now Dallas in that victory formation. Michael Starbuck will take a knee. You have to hand it to Starbuck. He did not start the game well. Berwick had him contained, picked him off, returned for a touchdown by Tegan Wilk. They got some sacks, but he hung in there. And his long passing, really one of the keys to the game. You look and you'll see the yardage by Kelly, and that's fine. But were it not for the long pass completions by Starbuck, things might not have opened up for Lenny Kelly.
Yeah, I agree. 3 of 7 with an interception that went for a touchdown in the first half. After that, he's going to finish 8 for 18 for 184 yards. And it was second half. There were adjustments to where he was going to be passing the ball to open up the running game.
There it is. The last kneel down needed for Michael Starbuck. The teams will exchange handshakes. Clock will wind down, and Dallas remains unbeaten. The final score, Dallas 22, Berwick 12. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Sports Radio HLM.
If you have a child that's interested in gymnastics, or if you've been practicing the sport for years, then Access Gymnastics Academy is where you want to be. Their dedicated coaches will teach you everything you need to know to perform your best, from the basics of flexibility, form, and style to advanced techniques that will improve your rhythm and style during a routine. Call Heidi Rebuck at Access Gymnastics Academy at 570-441-5969. That's 570-441-5969. Now enrolling for beginner to advanced classes at 917 East 7th Street in Bloomsburg.
Are you looking to meet an elder care need? Do you or a loved one need assistance with any of the instrumental or basic activities of daily living? Brookdale Senior Living has a solution. Brookdale Bloomsburg, located at 420 Schaefer Road, is a premium personal care home offering a family atmosphere along with round-the-clock nursing care. Call 570-387-6868 to learn more. Better yet, we invite you to drop in and meet the Brookdale family and learn how we can offer an optimum aging experience for you or a loved one.
Advanced Automotive Auto Service Center at 1895 West Front Street in Berwick will take care of any sort of automotive repair, PA state inspections, brakes, and tune-ups. Frank and the guys at Advanced Automotive can also handle custom exhaust, engine and transmission repairs and overhauls. Anything that ails your vehicle, let Advanced Automotive take care of it. 1895 West Front Street in Berwick. Call 570-752-1440. Go Dogs.
Whether it's the heat of the preseason or the heart of the postseason, teams will always get a little boost from playing at home. Speaking of a boost at home, State Farm can boost your savings when you combine your homeowner's insurance with your auto coverage. So score one for the home team. Talk to State Farm agents Lori Powell or Sean Black in Berwick or Melissa Price in Nescapec about big savings for combining home and car coverage. Give State Farm agents Melissa Price, Sean Black, or Lori Powell a call today.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
For 3 quarters, Berwick had Dallas on the ropes tonight, but the Bulldogs couldn't hang on in the fourth as Dallas comes from behind and beats the Bulldogs 22-12. Berwick got on the board first in this game. Tegan Wilk with his 3rd interception return for a touchdown this season. This one from 42 yards out on Dallas's 2nd possession. Matt Moransky blocked the extra point attempt by Brendan Hinkle, but Berwick had a 6-0 lead. That lead held up through 1 quarter of play, but Berwick, frustrated in that opening half, time and time again had the ball in Dallas territory and could not get the offense going. Dallas got theirs going. A 7-play, 83-yard drive, culminating on a 1-yard keeper by Michael Starbuck with 10:41 to play. Ryan Fisher with the extra point. Dallas took the lead 7-6. Big plays along the way. A 46-yard pass, Starbuck to Danny Muser, and a 15-yard run by Lenny Kelly. That 7-play, 83-yard drive by the Mountaineers, the Ken Pollock Ford Lincoln drive of the game. Berwick had some great opportunities later in that second quarter as they recovered a fumble to Dallas 25, drove to a 4th and goal at the 3, but lost yardage back to the 6 on a 4th down and goal. Dallas, though, couldn't move the football. Short punt was returned by Tegan Wilk to the 22. 4 plays later, Ryan Lawbaugh in from 1 yard out on the keeper. Pass for the 2-point conversion failed. That was with 38 seconds to go in the half. Berwick went in at the half, leading by a score of 12-7. Berwick had their opportunities in the 3rd and into the 4th quarter. Best opportunity was a brilliant play by Eric Montez, blocking a pass and then picking it off. And Berwick moved to the 28-yard line of Dallas after that interception. Berwick, after a timeout, went to a flea flicker, and it worked to perfection. A perfect pass in the end zone, but that pass was dropped. So instead of Berwick taking a 2-touchdown lead, Dallas took over and in 2 plays regained the lead. A 37-yard pass from Michael Starbuck to Luke Delgadio, followed by a 17-yard touchdown run by Lenny Kelly. Then Delgadio took a pitch through to Starbuck for the 2-point conversion. Dallas led 15-12. When they got their hands on the football again, with 6:36 to go, 2 plays, 65 yards, 62-yard run by Kelly, 3-yard run by Kelly. Ryan Fisher with the extra point. Berwick never got close after that. And the final is Dallas 22 and Berwick 12. Stay with us for scores and stats. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, are your roofing experts for Luzerne, Columbia, and Montour counties. With 26 years of experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your decks, siding, or roofing, specializing in metal and rubber shingles. Most roofing work is done in 1 day, so remember the name, Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Call Red's Roofing, 752-4351. Owner Harry Titus, a proud supporter of the Berwick football team.
See the winning lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Also, quality pre-owned vehicles at Bear Chrysler in Berwick. Celebrating their 30th year, Bear Chrysler has a body shop and a full-service center servicing all makes and models. They've earned the highest possible rating from Chrysler and the prestigious J.D. Power Award for Excellence. Need a truck? Bear has a vast inventory, including the 2019 Ram Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Or choose one of 50 new Jeeps in stock, including Renegade, Cherokee, and Grand Cherokee. Bear Chrysler, 1127 Pine Street, Berwick.
Berwick Bulldog football.
In HLM Sports, tonight, a final. Selinsgrove beats Danville 20-19. A final. Mount Carmel beats Bloomsburg 55-13. In overtime, Central Columbia and Lewisburg are tied at 21. A final. Southern Columbia beats Montoursville 35-0. A final. Bucktail area beats Columbia Montourville Tech 28-12. A final. Wilkes-Barre area beats Williamsport 28-7. In the fourth, Loyalsock is beating Warrior Run 29-21. A final. Tamaqua beat Jim Thorpe 40-7. A final. Shikellamy defeats Shamokin 21-20. A final. Pottsville beats Blue Mountain 42-0. A final. Old Forge defeats Northwest 13-0. A final. Delaware Valley defeats Wyoming Valley West 49-0. In the fourth, Crestwood is leading Pittston area 20-14. A final. Valley View defeated Scranton 28-14. And in the fourth, South Williamsport is leading Milton 42-21. For HLM Sports, I'm Raven Klein.
Berwick Bulldog football, HLM.
Well, they changed drastically in the second half as Dallas made the right adjustments, neutralize Berwick's offensive success, and get their own offense online. In total offense, 322 yards for Dallas. Berwick held to 174. Berwick had 139 at half, so you're looking at 25 yards of second half total offense for Berwick. And they just couldn't pop it up. They had 72 yards rushing at half. They jump it to 94. Just not much there. Just 13 yards passing in the second half. So a poor second half is what does it in. Let's look at the Berwick numbers. The split is 94 on the ground, 80 in the air, 174 in all. In the passing game, Ryan Lawbaugh was 9 of 21 with 2 interceptions and the 80 yards. Blaine Cleaver came in for 2 passes. One was intercepted. Neither were completed. So overall, Berwick's at 9 completes and 23 attempts. 3 balls intercepted. One the last of the game. Didn't matter much, and 80 yards in the air. Catching the ball, Blake Maurer had 4 catches for 39 yards. Blaine Cleaver had 3 catches for 30. Tegan Wilk, a 2-yard reception, and Sean Sheptock caught 1 for 9. On the ground, basically, it was the running quarterback, Ryan Lawbaugh. At halftime, he had 10 carries for 49 yards. At the end of the game, 11 plays later, he finishes 11 yards less. 21 rushes, 38 yards, as they adjust to the running quarterback and shut Ryan Lawbaugh down in the second half. 21 rushes, just 38 yards on the entire game when he was at 49 at halftime. The other runners didn't do much, didn't get many carries. Aiden Mason, just 3 totes for 11. Blake Maurer had 1, went 7 yards, but it was a fumble then. And Tegan Wilk, as a tailback and as a wildcat, 9 carries, 38 yards for him. Tally them up, 35 rushes for 95 yards. Added to the 80 in the air game, Berwick has 56 plays for 174 yards. Compare it to Dallas's 322. Dallas's split 174 to 148. 174 on the ground compared to just 53 rushing at halftime. They finish with 174 as they do get the game opened up. Part of it was by throwing with Michael Starbuck. The left-handed quarterback was 3 of 7 in the first half for 82 yards. He finishes 8 of 18 with 2 interceptions for 148. But he hit some big-time things that opened up the field, and then that opened up things for running back Lenny Kelly. He hit Luke Delgadio 5 times for 97 yards. Delgadio, one of the finer receivers in the conference, proved himself worthy of the respect Berwick was forced to give him. 5 catches, 97 yards. Danny Muser out of the backfield had 3 catches for 51 yards. Just the 2 receivers on all of the catches, 8 catches in all, 148 yards in the air. 32 rushes for 174 on the ground. We mentioned Berwick held this team to 53 yards at halftime. Lenny Kelly's the big man. At halftime, he had 49 yards. He finishes the game with 165. But it wasn't until the passing opened up things for him. 22 carries for 165 yards for Lenny Kelly, the top running back in the conference. Danny Muser had 3 carries for 11. Ben Fife tried a little jet sweep, lost 2 yards, and fumbled it. Michael Starbuck, the quarterback, 4 carries for a positive 2 yards. The team took 2 kneel downs for -2. Add them all up, 174 on the ground, 148 in the air, 322 for Dallas, who had just 135 at halftime. Compare the final 322 they have to Berwick's 174. Jim, too many mistakes and allowing momentum to stay with Dallas. Dallas makes things happen. You got to get an impact play yourself. You got to get it back. Somehow you got to do it. And in this game, they didn't. Just the second half, just kind of flopped in the second half for Berwick. They couldn't get it going.
1 touchdown and 8 trips in the Dallas territory. Just not enough for the Bulldogs to beat a good team like Dallas. We'll wrap it up from Mountaineers Stadium. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Sports Radio, HLM.
At Traditional Home Healthcare, their beliefs make all the difference. You have the right to choose the highest level of healthcare in your own home, from pediatrics to seniors, as well as non-skilled home care services like meal prep, housekeeping, and companionship. They'll work with you every step of the way to create a care plan for your loved one, because Traditional is more than a home healthcare agency. They're your extended family when family can't be there. Visit traditionalhomehealthcare.com today.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Quality care for your dental health at Berwick Dental Arts, 105 West 9th Street in Berwick. State-of-the-art equipment comes together with a tradition of 45 years of personalized care. From the youngest to the oldest patient, let Berwick Dental Arts doctors and staff take care of every aspect of your dental needs. They'll process all types of insurances. Make your appointment today. Call Berwick Dental Arts friendly staff at 752-4542. Berwick Dental Arts, making smiles beautiful.
You haven't had the best till you've been to Romeo's Italian Submarines. Romeo's Italian Submarines, you've got to try them. Romeo's Submarines menu includes wings, wraps, and so much more. Romeo's is also home to Sasser Sweet Stop, where you can get your ice cream on. Romeo's Italian Submarines and Sasser Sweet Stop. Open till 9 Sunday through Thursday until 10 Friday and Saturday. 1306 Orange Street, Berwick. 570-752-8788.
This is Berwick football coach Carm DiFrancesco. You are listening to Bulldogs football on Sports Radio HLM.
Berwick Bulldog football. WHLM Bloomsburg. WBWX Berwick. HLM.
Mountaineers of Dallas remain undefeated, beating the Bulldogs here tonight 22-12. They will try to complete an unbeaten regular season and wrap up the top seed for the upcoming District 2 Quad A playoffs when they face their arch rival Lake Lehman right here at Mountaineers Stadium next Friday. For the Bulldogs, it'll be senior night at Crispin Field as they play their first ever game against Wilkes-Barre area. After this loss tonight, they'll take a 7-2 record into that game, which kicks off at 7. We hope you'll join us for the broadcast. It starts as usual at 6 with the Lenahan and Dempsey Coach DiFrancesco show. That final again tonight, Dallas 22, Berwick 12. For Andy Lickney and our producer Raven Klein, this is Jim Doyle reminding you heard it live on Sports Radio HLM.
You've been listening